You're listening to the No Tekkers podcast.
No Tekkers podcast.
No Tekkers.
What? Man said Bon Gerard. Is it
The No Tekkers podcast.
Come on, man. Let's get it.
Episode 60, the No Tekkers podcast. I'm your host,
Yep.
Braz. I got my co-host here, Chief,
Bon the stats.
aka Mr. Bon the Stats.
All day, every day.
And then we got a special guest in the building.
Cheese.
Man, like some experience.
Experience.
I like that word.
Man like Reuben Hazell.
Yo, man.
Not old, experience.
Yo, man.
His experience. Welcome, man. Welcome. How you feeling?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm,
How you been?
Blessed to be here, man. It's a pleasure to be in this really nice studio.
Yeah.
Seeing you guys.
Take the budget different now.
Yeah, really nice, man. Now comfy, nice and warm. Now I'm good to go, man.
Appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah,
Appreciate you taking the time out to share the football journey.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, but let's get straight into it then. Like your football career, where did it all start? Like
Yeah, where did the football journey begin?
Phew.
You come from a footballing family.
Yeah, how long you got? So basically, I'll go quick then. So Uncle Bob Hazel played for Wolves, England B, Leicester, and all that. So
Big up
Yeah.
Uncle Bob.
So
Big legend in the
always,
community.
yeah, so have to give all my thanks and praises to him. Really, I saw him playing. I remember my dad and my uncle leaving us at home to go and watch him play and stuff
Yeah.
like that. I remember towards the back end of his
He
career.
didn't bring you with you?
Nah,
So, yeah,
them days there, these little boys were allowed on the terraces. You know how it used to be. You get run down. You get me? If you have to leg it, you don't want to be looking after your youth, innit?
Yeah, true that.
So I didn't used to go, but towards the back end of his career, I remember him at Port Vale. I still didn't go though, but I just remember him at Port Vale. Then his oldest son, Aaron, was playing for Sunday League. I think he was playing for Silverdale or something in Warsaw. And I remember saying to my mum and my auntie, I want to play football. I want to get a Sunday team and stuff like that. So
how old was you then?
I would have been probably about 8, 9, around that age. 8, 9. And I remember being at school playing the school football team, and then I remember getting scouted for my Sunday League team. Jean Bell, big up to Jean and Lorraine. I had 2 lady coaches way back then. Lorraine played for Blues,
Okay.
women's team, and Jean was a caretaker at James Watt School. And they saw me at a football tournament, a school tournament, and asked me to come and play.
So what position was you playing at this time?
I was playing like midfield all over the place, just running it. You know what? You at school,
covering
you're the
every
best
blade of
player.
grass.
Yeah, you just the best player.
Just
at
give me the
school.
ball, let me work.
Yeah, so I just remember playing at Oakland. Remember Oakland?
Yeah.
The red grass. They had that like kind of they had like a gravel kind of pitch there.
Yeah.
And I remember going down to Rookery Road with my mum and getting my first pair of black Patrick
Yeah.
Keegan's,
Yeah.
Patrick boots.
I remember them.
2 green stripes down the side. And
Yeah.
I think they were Kevin Keegan's.
And they're the cheapest in the shop.
Yeah,
innit?
definitely.
Yeah. I know them ones.
And you just get 2 sizes too big and say,
Yeah.
I'll grow
We'll grow into
it.
the
I'll grow
minute.
into
Double
it.
sucks.
Yeah, double socks. Nah, but that was my first memories, and then I don't know. I didn't know I was good, but obviously I must have been all right. Because
When you say you don't know you was good, what do you mean by that?
well, it wasn't because I was good. I wanted to play football. I wanted to just play football.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
when I started playing,
You got good.
I got good, or someone must have said, he's all right. You understand?
Yeah.
I didn't ever think I was a great footballer or a good footballer, even at that young age.
Yeah.
I used to play with my cousins and that. My granddad was a caretaker at the church on Villa Cross. And Villa Road Methodist Church.
Big up Villa Road.
Yeah. And,
My end.
and we used to go up there whilst he was cleaning the church, and we would just get a ball out, a tennis ball or whatever, and play downstairs.
Tennis boy, you know.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a serious
Yeah, the
touch.
touch was serious.
And me and my cousins would play, and it'd be me versus them 2 or whatever, blah blah blah, or me versus one of them or whatever. And then I don't know. I would never ever look back then and say I was good, but I just wanted to play.
Yeah, you just enjoyed it.
I just enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And then when you go and play against boys at school, or you play at school, people are like, yo, Ruben's good, And I'm like, okay, I'm good.
You just touching the ball more.
Yeah.
innit? Yeah.
I'm good, just give me the ball, innit?
Yeah, you had close control, or you could run past players with the ball or whatever.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, it was one of them. And then I joined the Sunday League, and then they started me off at right back or something. I think my first game for Gene and Belford Rovers was like right back.
And you had never played there before.
Nah, never played there before. You just turn up in it and then you just want to play, don't you? So they just put you in where they think you're gonna do all right, and then obviously as they realise you're better, they start moving you up the field.
Yeah.
But we had two really good centre forwards, so I never ever got to play up front. I just always played in midfield, and I'd always be like third top goal scorer because the two centre forwards used to score lots of goals.
Yeah.
And I would always be the third goal scorer, highest goal scorer. I used to dribble and score. And at the time, I just played for the fun and the love. It weren't I want to be a professional footballer or nothing. Then times, you know.
So how did that come about then? At what stage did it like?
I think my uncle realised I was decent. My uncle Bob.
Yeah.
And he was a coach at
Pulled
Villa.
in a few favours.
Yeah. Well, he was a coach at the time at Villa.
Oh, okay.
So he brought me to Villa, and I always say to boys, I can get you there, but it doesn't mean they're going to sign you.
Yeah.
So I've got contacts now, and at the time, obviously, he working for Villa could bring me in there, but if I was a bag of nails, Villa ain't going to say, let's sign him because he's Bob's nephew. So as much as he could call upon a favour or, you know, use his powers that be to bring me there, you still have to be good enough, and you have to stress this to boys. I got my own son who wants to be a footballer, and he's 13 now, and he's not in an academy. He's just playing Sunday and Saturday football. And I said, I can bring you to a plethora of clubs. I can bring you to loads of football clubs. I've got lots of contacts in the game now, but it doesn't mean they're going to sign you because my name's Reuben. You have to be able to hold your own. You understand?
Yeah.
So as much as he pulled strings or whatever you want to call it, or got me into Villa or scouted me for Villa, I have to perform at the end of the day. And I'm under pressure to perform because you don't want to feel like you're there because of your uncle.
Yeah, exactly.
So did he have a conversation with you beforehand to kind of say, I think you're ready, come and have...
I don't remember any conversation, to be honest. I just remember him saying he's going to bring me into Villa, and at the time, you know, Villa was
top club.
He was a top club, but you know, he used to train. We used to train in Villa's car park, the stadium car park, under this car park lights, concrete, trainers, plastic balls. That's where we trained. Honestly, you never used to drive up to Bodymore.
Sure, that was the academy.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
that is an underground thing.
You know what it was? The Bodymore Heath had no floodlights at the time.
Yeah.
So until they built the AstroTurf up there with the floodlights, that's where we trained. And then I remember doing that for at least a year, I think.
So how old were you at this age then when you went to Villa?
I would have been about 11 now.
Okay.
Because I remember being first year senior, being at Villa.
Yeah.
So I'm around 11 now, and I'm at Villa, going there Tuesday, Thursday nights on the AstroTurf. And them days there, you could still play for your Sunday team as well.
Yeah.
So I'd train there Tuesday, Thursday. We'd play games Sunday morning. And if my Sunday team had an afternoon game, I'm rushing back to go and play the Sunday game as well. You get me? And that's after playing Saturday Little League as well.
Yeah.
And then playing in the midweek for your school. So you just... Football was like every day. You know what I mean?
So how did you find the level from going Sunday League to Villa? Did you notice it much, or is it just kind of
it was different. It was different. It was harder, definitely, because you got to remember I was a goal scoring midfielder, and then I ended up at Villa as a right back.
Frankie Lampard,
I was, and then when I went to Villa, you were okay. You're good. You're better, and then I ended up playing right back. So. They always say you always move back down the pitch. You get me? So I end up playing right back, and then one time I remember once we had a lot of injuries, and I played centre back, and that's where I really excelled. Yeah, you know. So I then just thought, all right, I'm a centre back. Yeah. So
did you enjoy it more at centre back?
More action. I was strong. I was quick. No, one thing I hate about the modern day game. Fullbacks and centre backs allowing players to get past them and cross the ball and all that. And it's all about getting forward now, isn't it? Trent, James, Chilwell.
Attacking players,
isn't it? The old school Aspilicueta, Cafu. You can't get past them. That's their first and foremost.
Lilian
pride. They prided themselves on. In our days, I ain't getting dazzled. You ain't dazzling me. That's what we used to say. You ain't dazzling me. You get me? And I used to I'd be embarrassed if you dazzled me. I'll be embarrassed. You know what I mean? Nowadays, it's like, go on. Then you got past. All right, you've got a crossing. Ashley Cole wouldn't let you get a crossing. Aspilicueta won't let you get a crossing. That's old. Wan-Bissaka won't let you get a crossing. You know. nothing against Trent and them. You can get, if you want to get a crossing, they'll just let you get the crossing.
Still
You
step
understand?
over on them, man. You got it.
Yeah. I mean, so listen, they're world class players in their own
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
but
therefore.
I'm old school, and I think defenders should defend, and I think that's what I enjoyed. You couldn't get past me. I used to love the battle of you can't get past me.
Yeah.
Same.
And that's why I think I enjoyed playing centre back. It's a pity because I should have been probably 2 or 3 inches a bit taller, and I think I would have probably even have gone higher. Because you definitely need height, especially.
You say that though, because there's as Prime said,
Cannavaro.
No, listen, there is. I've always looked at people like Ayala, Cannavaro.
Jeez, that's a throwback.
Yeah, of course, because I used to watch them and think, if you're a small goalkeeper, look at people like Casillas or look at someone like De Gea or, they're not the biggest, or Bravo.
Oliver Kahn, he was short, innit, as well? Well,
He would still be
kinda
six.
big.
He'd still be
He's like
6'1",
6'4".
Was he?
6'2". Yeah.
Is he?
I'm
You
talking.
reckon?
You get some Claudio Bravo on that 5'11s and all that. And,
Yeah, okay.
and
Khan had a presence as well.
yeah,
Like,
Casillas. So I did look at those players, definitely. The Ayalas, the Cannavaros.
Yeah.
You have to, when you're that size.
So who would you say is the biggest influence in terms of like who you used to watch and kind of model your game off as you was a youngster coming up?
There was a guy that I loved. You like probably won't even remember this guy because I know I'm older than you guys or more experienced than you guys. There's a guy that made me support Juventus, right? His name's Julio Cesar.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
a black centre back.
The Brazilian. Him and Lucio.
He played. Before Lucio,
Yeah.
you'd have to
Lucio's
Google this guy.
after.
You'd have to Google this guy. Honestly, his name's Cesar. I remember him, black guy, dark skinned black guy, and just he made me support Juventus way back. This is probably before even the Gaza went to Italy. This was
Yeah.
I don't know how I was watching him. I don't know
Channel
how I
4
saw
man.
him. I don't even
Lazio.
remember.
Yeah, full time.
Yeah. So him, I used to watch. I'm not saying I used to watch him a lot, but he made me want to play centre back and then all that. And then, but who would I
Kind of
model?
made you appreciate defending.
But who would I model my game off? Again, I would just look at the smaller centre backs, the Ayalas, the Cannavaros, them guys there who held their own at centre back, even though they weren't.
Who's your
tallest.
GOAT centre back?
I love Rio, and it pains me to say that as an Arsenal
I respect
man.
it. I respect it.
But I love Rio, and I love.
Is it because he just
but-
never got his... He's just clean in it.
Yeah.
And he had everything.
Yeah.
Darren, one of my best friend, Byfield, he played against Rio when he was at Warsaw. And
Got
he
wrapped
says-
up.
He said, Ruben, I was. He said pace was my
His thing.
thing. He was quicker than me. He was stronger than me. He was everything. So it was just horrible.
Yeah.
Everything you tried to do, he
read it.
he snuffed it.
Yeah.
He'd get close to you because if you tried to spin him and run him behind, he'd catch you. You get me? So when you've got that kind of pace and presence, it's horrible. It's horrible because you can get as tight as you want, and you try and come short and spin me, I'll catch you.
Yeah.
Whereas you got people who have to be careful of getting too tight
Yeah,
because
because
the striker will just turn and spin.
Jamie Carragher.
And and then you're in problems. But when you can get tight because you're faster than him as well.
Yeah.
Maguire.
Because if I remember correctly, you was a quick centre
No,
back too.
that's what. Listen, most of my best partners was with big 6'2"
He just headed
guys who could head it.
Yeah.
Two of my favourite partners I played at the back with was they weren't quick, but they could head the ball, and they used to love me because I would get them out of trouble.
Yeah.
A man tried to run them, I'm
there.
after
Yeah,
them.
Yeah.
Get me? And a guy tried to come and bully me in the air. They're after them, and we had the best partnerships. I know Steve Blatherwick and Sean Gregan. I would say them two there.
Sean Gregan, I remember
Them
him.
two there are my
Yeah,
favourite.
me and him had some battles still.
we connected the best, and I could help them out with their deficiencies,
Yeah,
and they
'cause
helped me out with theirs, and that's what
Griggs was definitely a slow one.
Yeah. So exactly. So when you have a partnership like that, and that's what football's about, especially centre backs. Partnerships are much more important than individuals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
When you have a good partnership with
They say
someone,
Rio and Vidic.
Best
Yeah.
partnership ever.
One of the
Partnerships.
best partnerships, innit?
partnerships,
Not
man.
the best.
Yeah, it's up
In
there.
the Prem anyway.
Yeah, you could say it's
yeah.
definitely-
I mean, Carvalho, Terry's got a shout.
Yeah.
Very, very
Them are
much so.
runner up still. Them are
Yeah,
runner-up.
them two were
Very
smoky
much
still.
so. Yeah,
Yeah.
very
And
much.
then plus
so.
they had like
the records and that.
the Ashley Cole and
Yeah. It's long. It's
Yeah.
long. Ivanovic.
yeah, basically
It was long.
Yeah.
it was a long day, innit?
Yeah.
Okay, so eventually you got signed for Villa.
Yeah, so when it came to scholarship time, YTS in our days, we weren't called scholarship, but when it comes to scholarship time, to be honest, I was like quite good now. Now I was hot.
So was you
property.
confident that you was getting?
Oh yeah, I knew from a time. There was like a few of us that were elite. You know, there was like me, Aaron Lescott,
Aaron Lescott,
Jolien's
yeah.
brother.
Yeah.
There was about three of us in our age group that we knew we were going to get early scholars, or
Yeah.
early YTs,
Yeah.
and pros on top of it as well. So we were getting offered scholars plus pro.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
because they knew we were wanted.
Yeah, the potential was there.
Yeah, I went to Wolves to speak to Graham Taylor. So I was like 15, 16, and me and my uncle were bypassing like the academy staff and had meetings with like Graham Taylor, the first team manager.
The gaffer,
You know,
Yeah.
God bless his soul now, passed away.
Yeah.
And we were sitting in the office like this, and he's offering me sums of money, and he's never seen me play. He's never seen me play. He's just going off what academy guy's saying. And then they're trying to wow you. Go
Yeah.
and meet the manager.
Yeah.
The manager's offering you the contract.
Yeah.
Not no chief executive or
Yeah,
no
yeah,
director.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
sitting in the manager's office.
Yeah.
On
And
some
he's like-
FIFA thing,
Yeah.
FIFA career mode,
Yeah.
you sit with the gaffer.
And he's asking you, so what's your left foot like and all that. He's never even seen you play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he just knows that he needs to do a job. So they're trying to wow you. I remember going to Tottenham and spending a week there. They tried
Yeah.
to sign me, but I was a real homeboy, and I'm a
Yeah.
boy. I really like mum's cooking, and I'm one of them. I was going there.
Yeah.
I went there for a week. I think I ate fish fingers and that once. And the rest of the time I was going out on the high street and buying my own food and stuff.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was doing that at 15. And
Yeah.
I thought, I can't do this for 2 years.
Yeah.
I need to go back home. So, I just thought Tottenham was a no-go.
Did you think the level at Tottenham was different than what you were seeing back here in Bro?
Not really.
Because back then he was the gaffer then.
The manager then would have... I think it was the Klinsmann era, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
okay.
Klinsmann weren't the manager. You know, when he was...
But to
when
be
he
fair,
first
them
come,
times, Villa
when-
would have been one of the big
No,
clubs.
Villa was a big
So-
club them
Yeah,
time,
yeah,
man.
no,
Villa
were probably bigger than
higher,
Spurs.
were bigger than Spurs. We're
Yeah,
finishing
yeah,
above
yeah.
Spurs them
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So that was Ron Atkinson, and then I signed under Ron Atkinson. They were finished second in the league 1 year,
Yeah.
behind Man United. If
Yeah,
you remember,
yeah,
when Alan Hansen said kids can't win nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember,
Yeah.
Man
And then
U won it.
yeah, yeah.
Man U won it, and Villa came second.
Yeah, yeah.
So Ron Atkinson's staff signed me. Their academy staff at the time, and then they got sacked, and then Brian Little come in.
Yeah.
So now I was wanted as a young boy. I had options.
So
Yeah.
how did that affect you then, having all these kind of different clubs coming after you, and did it kind of distract you from what you're trying to do? Was it kind of just or
Not
you just kind of
really.
like build your
Brushed-
confidence?
Nah, it just built my confidence, and I just brushed off. I badly wanted to play for England schoolboys, and I never. But I thought I was good enough to.
Yeah.
But so I was a good player as a kid. And again, I said I had them options. I always knew I had Villa in my head, and I think it was more that it was just I could get a bigger package from Villa as well. At the time,
Just because of the relationship
just-
as well.
yeah, and because they knew that I was going around to
Yeah.
other clubs and
Yeah,
other clubs
yeah,
were
yeah.
interested.
Yeah.
They put a bigger package on the table for me. But as I said, I never ever really got involved in the financials. Apart from that Graham Taylor meeting where I could hear the financials,
Yeah, yeah.
I never got involved in it. It was between my uncle and the clubs and that. So I never even knew what Villa offered me until the day I signed at 17. And, they're giving you signing on fees and all that.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
it was nice. It was nice to be wanted. And then
Wish it was this era.
yeah.
Man, I'm throwing silly money now.
So, as I said, but I struggled in my first year at YT. When I say I struggled, it was hard. I found it hard. You know, I got a nephew now who's
So why do you think you found it hard? Like, what was
it was
different?
full-time football. It was serious. You're playing with boys a year older than you, because when you're a scholar, you're a first year and a second year. So the second years are a year more advanced. You know, it's full-time.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, it was the real world. And then the management changed as well. And they didn't love me as much as the old management. So probably you lose a bit of confidence.
Were you still playing right back at this time?
Nah,
Or
I
you
was
centre
a
back now?
centre back now. I signed
Okay.
as a centre back now. I'm
Yeah.
a centre back. You got two older centre backs ahead of you that you need to try and get out of the team, who are trying to get their pros, and they're good players. You're at a big club,
Yeah.
so I found it hard first year.
Was there anyone in that squad that you thought, yo, he's different gravy? Or is anyone that you
Not
played with?
Really, not at that age. Not at that age. I never looked at anyone at that age and thought different gravy.
Yeah.
Maybe the year above that, which was Darren Lee Hendry's year. They had some good players, really good players. But nah, not that year. I don't remember anyone being in that team and I'm thinking different gravy kind of thing. We were all right. We still win the league because we were Midlands.
How did you do in the youth cup?
Not very well in both years. We got knocked out by West Ham in the first year. Rio Ferdinand, Frank Lampard, and all that. That's because they're
Joe Cole.
They're a year older than me. Joe Cole's younger, but Joe Cole probably would have played up.
Yeah, definitely.
So we went to Upton Park. We went to Upton Park and got our faces taken off. I remember Rio and Lampard and all that.
Yeah.
And at the time, you don't know them. Now you know them, but you didn't know them at the time.
Yeah.
And we got battered. And in the second year, we went out to Coventry. I remember away. And we used to batter. Imagine them days. You played locally, so you played Cov, Blues,
Albion,
and all that. And we used to win the league every year. Derby, Forest.
So really, it's supposed to be an easy win.
Yeah, we went there. We used to beat up Coventry, and we went there, played on their pitch. Obviously, FAU Cup, so on their stadium and that, and it just lifted them, and we were complacent, and we got beat, and we were out. So 2 bad FA Youth Cups, two awful ones to be honest, which is a shame. But So as I said, as youth, I was decent. I was decent, and then the second year YT now.
That's when you show levels.
I got youth team player of the year.
Yeah.
You get used to it.
Yeah.
You know, environment, just like when foreigners come and you say, listen, give them 12 months. Let them get used to everything, get used to the culture.
So you're ready now.
I was ready. Second year YT, came back after pre-season, bam, hit the ground running.
Okay. In that off season, did you do anything different to kind of like, I didn't have the best of seasons, let me go do this and do that?
No. I'm a man that I always do my running and that anyway. I like to go back fit and I like to do my extras. But it's just confidence, or you're used to it, innit? Sometimes it's about the environment, you're getting used to it. You come out of school and you realise full-time football, every day you got to be on it. You got competition. You got to build your body up. You're still your body frame still not developed. You're still not strong. You get yourself in the gym. A lot of things happen, between with kids. That's why I like working with kids. You see the progression so quickly.
It's
really
mad,
quickly.
isn't it?
You give them 6 weeks off, and when they come back, you're like, wow, different player, different strength, different height, different everything. You understand? So I love that in kids. So that's why I think I just work with kids now. But yeah, that's what happened to me. Something just penny dropped, and that was it. I was flying. I got youth team player of the year, got an award on Villa Park in front of the fans. After a home game, all the fans applauding me and all that. It was wicked, lovely feeling. And I already secured my pro anyway from as I said, when I signed my YT, it came with the pro because of how good I was at that age.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, lovely. And maybe another thing as well, I maybe went in the first year complacent, thinking I've got my 2 years and I got my pro. And like, chilling. That could have been a reason. I'm not saying it was, but there's so many different factors that could have.
And off the back of that now, I see that you got. Well, how did the Tranmere move happen?
So got to the age. So I then got into the reserves quite early, really doing well as a YT, playing reserve team football against some top players, by the way. James Beattie, Niall Quinn, Jan Olga Fjortoff. Man, them times there, you're not playing in the first team. You go and play resi football. You get me? And it's not no under 23s business.
It's men's football, isn't it?
You learn quickly. I was doing well, and then my claim to fame is the boy Gareth Barry came. Mate, he come and he was something else.
Yeah,
he is something else. So, Reuben, we don't need you, mate. We've got a boy 2 years younger than you. He's frightening. He made his debut at 16 next to Hugo Egiog and Gareth Southgate, three at the back. They don't need Reuben Hazell, 2 years older. They don't need you, mate. And J Lud was coming through as well, who could play centre back, even though he ended up playing left back. So me and Gaz are good friends to this day. And I wrote him a long message the other day when he retired. And I tell my kids that you ended my career at Villa. But nah, top player. Top player. Calm as hell on the ball. Just even at that age there, you could see he played about 2-3 reserve games, and that was it, straight in the first team. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Yeah, serious player.
So I did hear stories about him coming through and that he was just different level.
Different level. Just like in the head, not even quick or rapid or nothing like that. In the head. Technically.
Technically.
Technically. very good.
Yeah.
And just really quick in the mind, and yeah, a lovely guy as well.
Yeah.
What a top man.
Yeah.
What a top,
I've-
top
yeah,
bloke.
I mean,
Top bloke, man.
he's secured a good, like, you know, like when you think about,
He's had a top career.
yeah,
Mate,
Yeah.
he's got the most Premier
That's
League
big-
appearances.
That's what I
Yeah.
mean. That's crazy.
yeah.
That's mad.
And
You know what I
obviously,
mean?
he's not just been at like little man clubs.
Yeah,
No.
he's been at big clubs.
and
Big
that.
clubs.
Like, Villa were a big club when he came through.
Villa,
Obviously, he's been at Man City.
You got to think, you know, he went to Man City and he's playing with Yaya, David Silva, all
That's
of
what I
them.
mean.
And he
Yeah.
played.
Yeah.
He played. And even you speak to David Silva or anyone about him, he's like, he's the man. Because without him, you know what I mean? He just kept it ticking, knew what he had to do. And new
Yeah.
managers came in, he never got dropped.
Yeah.
It just tells you.
It's like you were saying earlier about how some people don't appreciate certain players until you
Okay.
either play with them or seen them live.
Exactly.
He's a prime example.
Prime, massive.
Yeah.
Never, always a regular, every team. I never ever remember him being sub. You know what I mean? Until these last days
yeah,
at
yeah,
West
yeah.
Bromwich Albion and that.
Yeah.
Get me? Nah, player.
It's-
So I'm not ashamed to say, Reuben, you need to get released. And, you know, that's
Yeah.
he's coming through. The man who's got with the most Premier League appearances has basically shifted you. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah.
I can accept that. And then, so I left Villa after my 2-year pro. And them days there, no agent, no uncle. I wrote
on your own.
I wrote 60 letters.
Bro.
60 letters I wrote to every football club outside the Premier League. So probably more than 60 letters.
Yeah.
I remember going down to the post office with them like this. I think the stamps, I remember, even to this day, I think the stamps cost me about £6-7. Probably would have
Yeah.
cost me about 17, 20, probably cost me £50 now to send
Yeah.
that much. But I remember doing it and just writing my CV out. I'm what, I'm a 19-year-old boy, yeah.
Yeah.
Not using no agent, no nothing, you know, just saying, forget this. It crushed me at the start. I remember lying on my bedroom floor and the ceiling feel like it's spinning.
Yeah.
So, but once I got myself back up and dusted myself down, I said, right, come on, then let's go again. So wrote all those letters. Obviously, I wrote one and then photocopied it.
Yeah.
Sent it out to all the clubs. And then I got back a few replies, more than one, because, you know,
Yeah.
I've got a CV here. Coming from Aston Villa, captain of the reserve team I was
Yeah.
at the time. So I had a decent little CV and, you know, so I had a few inquiries and I remember getting myself ready to go back to pre-season to Cambridge United. I think they were probably about League 2 maybe at the time.
Yeah.
And getting a last minute call from Tranmere saying, can I come in there? They were championship. So
Yeah.
I couldn't turn that down. So again, using my own initiative, I rang Cambridge and says, listen guys, I'm just going to be honest. Tranmere have come in last minute. I'm going to go there to say, listen, thank you, respectful of that.
Yeah.
And then I went to Tranmere and then the rest was history. They signed me. Only signed me on a 1-year deal first.
Yeah.
And then halfway through that year, I was doing really well. And they signed me on a 2-year deal. And that year, funny enough, was the year we played the
Cup final. Yeah, he scored
at
the winner.
Tranmere.
Yeah. Talk us through that feeling, man. Scoring the win in the cup final.
No. We lost the final, man.
What?
Yeah. No. You've got your info wrong there.
Yo, that's Wikipedia, that is.
I didn't even know this. This was news to me. I was
Yo,
like,
it's
what
straight
happened?
out on Wikipedia. It says he scored the winner.
Nah, we played in the 2000 cup final, the last cup final at the old Wembley in
Yeah.
the Carabao Cup.
Against Portsmouth.
No, that was my first. That's my first goal against Portsmouth. That's at Fratton Park.
Yeah, it said played in 2000 Football League Cup final, scored 1 league goal in a 2-1 win over
Yeah,
Portsmouth
that's
in
two
Mastiff.
separate things, man.
Yeah, nah, we lost the final 2-1. Yeah, so we lost the final to Leicester City. Martin O'Neill's Leicester City, Heskey and them guys, Heskey, Goppy,
Big Heskey.
all them guys.
Yeah.
So we lost the final at Wembley, but that was the last final at the old Wembley. And
I remember that
Man.
actually.
I wish I could savor that. Honestly, at the age of 20, you think you're coming back in it.
How did you find playing against Big Emil?
I played right back that day.
Was it because Big Emil was playing?
Not even that, you know. We had
Gaffer
two.
said, you know what?
Nah, I had 2 senior centre backs. When I first went to Tranmere, I
Okay.
played right back. We had Clint Hill and Davy Chelner,
Hill.
and them 2 played centre back until I think I can't remember the first one to leave. So as a youth, you had to move out to right back, just like Van Persie. When you first come to Arsenal, you got Bergkamp and Henry, you go right wing in it or left wing. That's what happens usually.
Yeah.
So yeah, I played a lot of right back then. But as I says, good job though. I ran Cambridge because see that Cambridge manager became a manager in the future.
Yeah.
So it was good to just show the right courtesy.
Keep those
Yeah.
relationships.
He was the gaffer at Cambridge.
Roy McFarlane,
Okay.
England international Derby, played for Derby. And it was just good job. He had good manners, and my mum taught me.
Go a long way, man.
goes a
Man has
long
take you
way.
far in a life.
Because the world is small
Yeah.
and football's even smaller.
Facts.
Football's even smaller because later on in my career, he brought me to Chesterfield, and I hadn't played football for about 12 months because of injury, and he took a chance on me at Chesterfield.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he probably wouldn't have done that if he remembered back in the day, me just not turning up, no phone call, no nothing. You know what I mean? So it shows you that these things here,
important, man.
Important manners and respect and honesty is really important. And that's the next thing. You know?
Therefore.
So that sticks with me.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, that was it.
So how long was you at Tranmere for?
About 3 years, 3 seasons. Really
Okay.
good time there. Really, they love. I wouldn't say they love me there, but they respect me there. When every time I go back, always good. I even scored a winner there against them, and didn't celebrate and stuff like that because they're really nice people.
You got good fans there, to be fair.
Good fans.
Good fan
Always
base.
invite me back for when they've got this because obviously we're still held in high esteem for getting to the final. So sometimes they have these get-togethers where they bring back the team and stuff, and we play against a Tranmere 11 and all that versus the Cup Final 11 and all that. So, really nice people. I had met some really nice people there. Some good friends. Listen, bought my first house. I owe a lot to Tranmere. You know what I mean? Got me on the property ladder. Got me into professional football. Made my debut. That's where I made my debut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I owe a lot to that. I owe a lot to them. And,
Okay.
So how
I
did that
always
kind
look
of
out for
end and what happened at Tranmere? Was it kind of just-
Again, new manager come in, Dave Watson. I played under him. To be honest, again, young, made a couple of mistakes, tried to play whilst I was injured, didn't do myself any justice, couldn't get myself back in the team after that. I thought, I need to go and play. Went on loan to Roy McFarlane's Torquay. They were bottom of League Two going into the conference. Gone on loan there. They wanted to sign me. I said, nah, I'm not going there because you might go into the conference. So I went on. I said, I'll come on loan. Went on loan, played 3 at the back, and broke the clean sheet record for the club. 7 clean sheets in a row. Got us out of relegation trouble. Kept us up. We had some good players there. My God, I don't know what they were doing down there. When I went there, I was like, yo, some of you lot are better than the boys that I've just left at Tranmere. And I was right because a lot of them boys went on to go and play Championship and Prem and that. So I was right. I said, you guys are good, man. What the hell? But I don't know what happened, but they were at the bottom for whatever reason. And so at the end of the season, they signed me on a permanent. So I ended up going back down to here again. Wouldn't change it for the world. Lovely place to live. Lovely place. Probably the best place I've ever lived. The English Riviera.
What? Torquay. You know, I was there for 2 years as well, you know.
The weather was beautiful.
Yeah, pre-season. Get to September, it's done.
Nah, man, I really enjoyed living there, you know. I really enjoyed living down there. It was far away from my family and that, and I remember even spending one Christmas day on my own because of how far it was, and I weren't coming back. I had a game Boxing Day. But it was one of my most enjoyable places I lived, you know. Really peaceful, really nice.
It's nice, but have you got a dog?
No.
Nah, everyone in Torquay's got a dog.
Yeah, I had a bike. I used to ride my bike up on the hills and that. And
my 2 years was just rain.
Was it?
About 24 months I was there, probably about, I'll say 18 to 19 months was just pure rain.
I don't know what happened there because I remember I used to ring my mum and say, Mum, what's the weather like there? And she's like, it's drowsy. And I'm like, it's beautiful, yeah. Beautiful. They call it the English Riviera. When you're driving in, there's a bank. It says English Riviera. Yeah. So basically, it's the English Spanish. It's the weather. You're down
Don't get me
south.
wrong. The temperature was always higher there than the rest of the country, but
lots
it
of
was
rain.
still raining.
Nah, we had obviously it's England still, so it's gonna rain. But I used to really like. I'm just the weather anyway. I enjoyed living there. I don't know what it was. I just don't know what it was. I really enjoyed living there. It was just like, you know.
Okay. Well, for those that don't know, Reuben is a Arsenal fan.
Massive Arsenal fan.
Unfortunately. So yeah, it's that time of the show. The No Tekkers Quiz.
Cheese.
So you get 3 minutes to answer 10 questions.
Yeah.
You get a point per correct question. I think Frank's on 7, got the record.
Has he?
Yeah.
No pressure.
So, no pressure.
I bet you lot gave him some easy questions.
Some say
I don't
it's
do
easy.
questions.
I was like, I don't know. He knows his stuff.
Okay.
Half of the questions are based on Arsenal, the team you support. The other half, general football knowledge.
Okay.
You can pass a question and come back to it
Okay.
if you still got time.
Yeah.
Your first answer is your final answer.
Okay.
So there's none of this thinking out loud business.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we ready, Chief? You got the time and the score?
Yep. Do you want me to give you a 1 minute, 2 minutes, or just straight through this?
Nah, let's go.
Straight through.
Let's do
Right,
this,
so no
yeah.
more.
I can
Alright.
see the clock from here anyway.
You sure? I'll put it down here.
Right. Question 1: Who scored the winner in Arsene Wenger's final game?
Pass. Let's go.
Question 2: Name me 3 shirt sponsors Arsenal has had.
JVC.
Yep.
Emirates.
Yep.
Let's
Frank,
go
come
again.
help him,
I'll
man.
come back.
Question 3: Who has Arsenal's all-time appearance record?
All-time appearance record. David O'Leary, I think.
Correct. Question 4: How much did Arsenal pay for Thierry Henry?
11 million.
Correct. Question 5: Who scored Arsenal's goal in the 2006 Champions League final?
Sol Campbell.
Correct. Question 6: Name me 3 managers that have won 2 or more Champions Leagues.
Anywhere in the world.
Yep.
Yeah, these are general.
Ancelotti.
Yep.
Zidane.
Yep.
Oh, you said
One
another
more.
one.
3. I need one more.
Ancelotti, Zidane, Klopp. No.
Next question.
No. Oh,
Question
God.
7:
Oh,
Name me 4 clubs that James Milner has played for.
Leeds,
Yep.
Man City,
Yep.
Villa, Liverpool.
Correct. Question 8: Name me 5 Brazilian players that have played in the Prem.
5. Jesus,
Yep.
Rafinha,
Yep.
Richarlison,
Yep.
Gilberto.
Yep. One more.
Come on, there's loads. Edison.
Correct. Question 9: Who won the Golden Boot in the Prem in the 1920 season?
1920? Oh, 1920. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
2019,
Okay.
2020
The
season.
Golden Boot.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just. What we 20? So not last year, the year before. I'm gonna just have to go Salah.
Incorrect. Harry Kane.
Oh bloody hell!
Question 10: Name me 5 English managers that have managed outside of England.
Outside of England,
Yeah.
5 English managers: Gerrard,
Yep.
McLaren, Roy Hodgson.
Yep. That's 3.
English. The one at Brighton. What's his name?
Can't tell.
What's his name? Potter.
Yeah.
And another English. What time have we got left?
That's it now. So you can finish this though.
Potter and English manager. Wow, these questions are. Come on, Reuben, that's easy. An English manager outside the.
One more. Give you last 10 seconds.
I'm
Think of the
struggling here.
oldies, man.
All right. Nah, I'm struggling.
That time.
Go on.
Yeah, Terry Venables,
Oh yeah.
Roy Hodgson.
I said Roy Hodgson. I said.
Yeah,
Oh, you
that
did?
one,
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
okay. Gary Neville, Phil Neville.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Bobby Rodson. That's
Bobby
it.
Robson.
Yeah,
What
that's
about
it.
Sir Bobby? Is that Barcelona?
Yeah,
Go on
that's what I
then.
mean. Bobby
What about the shirt sponsors?
You said Brian Robson?
No, Bobby.
No, Bobby.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you said Brian.
Go on. What's the shirt sponsors? JVC, Emirates.
O2.
O2 Dreamcast.
Dreamcast.
O2, Dreamcast, O2.
What else did you have?
The goal scorer for Arsenal.
Aubameyang.
Should have said that. I thought that.
Yeah.
I should have said to the obvious. And
And you messed up the one.
The Champions League managers, Jose, Sir Alex.
he said Clapper.
Jose, he's got 2.
Yeah, Porto.
What do you mean? He won about 3 before he got to the Prem.
Porto and
Jose, Porto, and
Inter.
Inter. Yeah.
Yeah.
And who else did you say?
Sir Alex.
So you got 2 as well.
Yeah, 99 and 2008.
I'm rubbish.
You got 5 though. It's respectable.
Yeah.
Rubbish under pressure.
Big up Frank.
Yeah. Yeah.
Frank's what, still on 7?
Frank knows.
Frank's on 7. He's got a younger brain.
All right, cool. It's that time of the show. Fraud Watch. So, Reuben, Fraud Watch is any player, manager, anyone involved in football that has bamboozled the world into thinking that they are better than they actually are. Currently,
Just one man. And I
Ali
think-
Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah.
Can we get a
Nah.
round of applause?
Ollie's good.
Yes.
Ollie's a great manager.
Doing the right thing.
Ollie's one of the best managers I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Man U.
Take him at Arsenal then.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Nah, we've got a great manager now. We don't need another great manager.
Currently,
So you two are Man U fans, I take it.
I'm a Man U fan. Yeah.
yeah.
How about you?
Maguire is on Fraud Watch.
Yeah.
Maguire.
Yeah. Stealing a living.
He's going through a tough time.
He's had a tough time since he came to.
No, don't be like that. Nah. What,
Listen.
you're a Man U fan as well?
Yeah, he sold us dreams.
He's been-
his
he's
agents,
been poor.
his agents
No.
done a wonders
He's
there.
been
No,
poor. He's been
no,
poor.
guys, you've been unfair.
Nah, he's been poor.
He was poor last season.
He's been poor.
He was poor last season.
I think
Without
so.
him,
If
your
he
team-
retires from football now, you can't say he's had a successful United career.
Not Fraud Watch. That's harsh, guys. He's going through a tough time. I agree with that. But last
This
year,
has been coming.
You know how the
You know
game is
him.
now, though. When you
I went-
get bought for 80 million, you have to produce.
no, he's not an £80 million player, but that's not his fault.
Yeah, I agree.
I
It's not
agree
his
with that.
fault.
But
I
it's
just
not
think
his fault.
he's not.
I think Leicester flipping
He's-
rubbed their hands when they said 80 million. You know, Van Dijk.
He's not.
chipping in.
He's not. He's not a Man United top C. He's not a top CB. You don't pick him over some of the top European CBs.
I totally agree with that. But I don't think he's on Fraud Watch.
Nah,
though.
he is, man.
No.
He's stealing a living.
No, stealing a living is when you.
He's
when-
a capo too, you know.
All right, then I'll tell you what stealing a living is. He
Phil Jones.
Yeah.
I
That-
don't- You see Harry Maguire? He is a top Premier League defender. He's probably not a Manchester United defender, but he's a top Premier League defender. That's why he's not seen a living. He has just probably got lucky going to Manchester United. Now, for me, if Man United when Man United do get a better manager and they have protection in front of him with Varane next to him, he will look okay, I think. I swear he will.
I can
don't see
agree
it.
with that. I can agree
You
with
get
that. 'Cause
me?
I do think he is a good.
I think when a
defender.
manager comes in, the top man, Ten Hag, inshallah.
You think Carragher's better than Maguire?
No way. Carragher.
Yeah.
Jamie Carragher.
Jamie Carragher.
Nah, no
I
way.
rated him though.
I
liked
like
him.
Carragher.
But you know why? They played in a solid side, Benitez. So that means they had.
Now, don't get me
proper
wrong.
structure,
Don't get me wrong.
And they had,
With
and he
a
had
good-
and he
with
had
a good
very
manager always
and he had a
helps.
very good player next to him in Sami Hupia. It helps you. I'm telling you, it
Of
helps
course.
you. You get me? Now he is not stealing a living. The thing is, he's wearing Man United's captain's armband. He's got Lindelof next to him, who's not much better. Both of them are slow. Okay, he needs someone with pace next to him. It depends what you.
I think he-
Tony
But
Adams.
I'm just- I'm
I think-
Tony
I-
Adams was slow like him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
but if you read the game.
I think he bamboozled everyone from the World Cup when he was
Yeah.
playing in the back three and he had a superb tournament.
But he was already at Man U then.
Nah, he wasn't.
Nah, we bought him after
We bought him
back.
after back
Well,
of the
I'll
World
tell you
Cup.
this. He never bamboozled me. I'll tell you this. You know, when I seen him at Hull, I promise you not, I said, this boy is good. I remember seeing him at Hull and thinking, this boy is good. I remember Steve Bruce had him on the bench. And then I think my man came in, the one who's at Fulham now, the Portuguese guy.
At Fulham.
No, he came in at Hull, didn't he?
Who, the manager or player?
The manager, didn't he? I'm sure that manager came.
Nuno.
at Hull. No. The
I don't know who Fulham manager is. Who's Fulham manager?
The Fulham manager is Portuguese. He got sacked from Watford.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
Oh,
yeah,
Flores,
yeah,
is it?
yeah.
No, it's
yeah.
not
Flores.
It's the one before him, innit? I know
I
you're talking about.
Yeah,
he got
anyway.
sacked. I don't
Yeah.
think that he deserved to get sacked, to be fair. but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you're talking about.
And he
yeah.
nearly kept Hull up. He nearly kept Hull up, he did. And then he started playing Maguire. And I was watching Maguire then, and I was thinking, yo, this boy's all right, you know. Nah, he's definitely not Fraud Watch. He's probably not Man United
So
quality.
who's your fraud watch then?
One guy jumps out to me like a sore thumb as soon as you said it to me this earlier today. And you asked me again, and he jumped out in my head again. But I don't want to be slack to him. But everybody who knows me is probably, if they're watching this, they'd be like, I know what Reuben's going to say. And his name is Theo Walcott. Honestly,
Most hyped up English winger.
mate. Mate, and I'm gonna tell you why, and I know, and
Even to this day.
I wanna hear why.
This is why I can back up my thing, and you lot can't back up Maguire. This boy was 16 and he scored a great goal for Southampton. He done a couple wonder things for Southampton. Okay, you remember scoring that goal? I'll never forget with his left foot from the halfway line. They hyped it. Arsenal bought him. They hyped him. He went to the World Cup squad. I heard he was out of his depth, even in training. That's why he didn't get 1 minute on the pitch.
Of
all right.
course.
So he was out of his
He
depth.
never should have gone to that
He should
tournament.
never have gone to that tournament. He should never have even gone there as a top youth player. He wasn't out of his depth. He come to Arsenal, and he had bags of pace. Very good finisher, by the way. Very good finisher.
Did he come as a good finisher or did he get better as a finisher?
I don't even know. But he probably was a good finisher because if you see his Southampton goal, he's a good finisher. He's not a bad finisher. I think his two attributes, his pace and his finishing. He's not a bad finisher.
Yeah.
I'll
But
give
I
him
think
that.
he got better working with Thierry.
Whether he's working with Thierry or working with Wenger, whoever, but he's not a bad finisher. And I'm going to be totally honest with him. I'm an Arsenal fan, so when I have a go at an Arsenal player, I always say this, when I have a go at an Arsenal player or when I big up a Tottenham player or a Man U player, you know I'm being real because I hate Man U, I hate Tottenham, and I love Arsenal. So when I'm dissing an Arsenal player, I'm real. He is the most overhyped guy ever. He's quick. The fans used to sing his name. That's why I know one thing about Arsenal fans. I'm not going to cuss them on podcast live, but I'm not sure about if they know what good players are sometimes.
Yeah.
The fans used to hype his name, sing his name. Couldn't do a thing wrong with our fans, but he was rubbish. And how I am backed up by that is I always said he should pay half of his wage packet to Wenger. The minute he leaves Arsenal, you're going to see how poor he is. Went to Everton. Couldn't last very long. Didn't last very long in that team.
Yeah.
Didn't last very long in that team, by the way.
Yeah.
Gone to Southampton.
Didn't he have a big injury or something though?
No. When you come back, and when you're a dad's anyway, you still come back. And if you're the best player at Everton and you have a big injury, like Gomez or whoever,
Yeah.
Richarlison has a big injury, he comes back, he's going to play. Calvert-Lewin has a big injury, he's going to play.
Yeah.
Walcott's not that guy. They sold him within 2 years to Southampton. I don't even think he's first choice at Southampton now. So I don't know how he was first choice at Arsenal Football Club, who's meant to be a big club. You can't get first choice at Everton for very long. You can't get first choice at Southampton for very long. It tells you how good you are. You're not that good. Harry Maguire leaves Man United.
But don't you think, like, because
he goes
a lot
to
of his-
Everton, he's first choice for a very long time.
But with Theo Walcott, though, don't you think a major attribute was his pace, though? So as he got older, he can't rely on that pace no more. So
But
now he's
still
going to
quick.
struggle.
Watch him, Chief.
But compared to back in the day, he was rapid.
But
Now he's just quick.
But he's still quick. But
And now defenders are getting quicker.
and the thing about it is, remember, he wasn't a very good dribbler with the ball or nothing. Even though he scored,
Yeah,
that
he's like a
great-
knock
even
and-
though
knock and run.
Yeah,
even though he
that's
scored,
exactly-
More kind of knock
he's
and
on
run
a
guy.
knock and run. Or I tell you what, he runs off the ball. You play, he runs onto it.
yeah.
So, nah, Theo is just honestly, he's the most. Honestly, I've been going to Arsenal I've had my season ticket for a long, long time, and that boy there.
He's the
Frustrating.
most frustrating player to watch.
Frustrating. He's just not good. Frustrating is Pepe, where you think might have something in you, but
He was on
he
fraud
had-
watch
he
for a
had
long
nothing-
time.
He had nothing in him. Theo, I just look at Theo and I think, mate, you shouldn't be here. You
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
not be at this football club. You got a very good kickstart, and Wenger looked after you because any top manager would have just realised, listen, I've made a mistake and sold him. They're just like hanging on to him. And I remember he had a really good phase where he scored a few goals and his contract was up. I said, you're lucky, man. He just went through like a real hot streak.
Yeah.
The time where his contract was up, and then lots of paper talk about he's going here, he's going there, he's going here.
Yeah.
And we ended up giving him, I think, 100 grand or something, or near close to that. He was asking for. He was asking for that, and he got it. And I just thought, pull the wool over eyes,
Yeah.
mate.
Don't you think like during that time though there was a loads of English players that especially wingers
That was doing what?
Why are you
similar things?
Why are you not trying to back him up? He's crap.
No, I'm
didn't say
saying
a word.
I'm not just saying just no end product in it. That was like the
Yeah.
stereotype
And he
in
scored
it.
a hat trick. You know what? He was lucky. He was
Trust me,
lucky.
scored
man.
a-
He scored a hat trick for England. Remember? Croatia.
He just got a hat trick for Arsenal one time as well.
Probably
was it
has.
Champions League?
Probably
Got a
has.
hat trick.
Which one where he came off and it was against Spurs?
Yeah, see, like every 5 years, he would do something and just
Man said every
Every
5
5
years.
years.
and just bring Aaron Ramsey the same. I used to call Aaron Ramsey. Aaron Ramsey used to wear our number 8. I used to call him 1 in 8. Every 1 in 8 games, Aaron Ramsey would be unbelievable. For the next 7, awful.
So
What's your
fraud
thoughts on
watch
Jack
as well.
Wilshere then?
Again, another one. But he gets
All of them on fraud watch.
No, Jack Wilshere gets a little bly, and people always say this why because of his injuries. He had serious ankle operations.
Yeah.
Serious ankle operations. So I feel sorry for him a little bit. But he's another one. Can't do no wrong in the Arsenal fans' eyes. Even when he was finished, Arsenal fans were still singing his name. You just need to just let it go. He's not that guy anymore.
To be fair, they did have
Yeah,
that whole Arsenal youth team that they all came through, like Carlos Vela and that.
Carlos Vela was bad still.
Yeah, he's bad now.
Carlos
MLS tearing it up.
Yeah, Carlos Vela's my boy. I like Carlos Vela. That's what I'm saying. There's some boys who have got talent. Jack Wilshere had talent. So at least, I would never call him fraud watch because he had talent. And if it weren't down to his ankle operation, he had ankle operations after operation. He was out for a year one time with his ankle.
Yeah.
You're going to come back, you got stiff ankle, he's not the quickest anyway. He was more small and sharp and all that. But I loved him when he come on the scene. He was the real deal when he come on the scene.
Yeah.
Walcott's never been the real deal. ever in my eyes. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Let's move on to Streets We'll Never Forget.
Do you have anyone for fraud watch?
Nah, not this week. Not this week. You got someone?
Every week you can come up with a fraud.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it's a lot, man.
It's based on the season, and it so.
There's anyone that new pops in.
Nah, I can't.
But people can. You need to give people time as well. So don't be frauding off people too quickly.
Yeah, but they can come off fraud watch.
Can they?
Yeah.
See, I'm not like that.
Feels fraud for life.
I've had a long time watching it. I like to give people time.
You can come off fraud watch.
I like to give people time.
Yeah.
And-
Like at the start of the season, everyone had fresh slate. Last season, he was getting mad.
fraud period. Then maybe.
Yeah.
It's watching it, so you're watching it like, yo, you're on fraud
Yeah,
watch.
like for me, my one is Dan James. I've consistently said Dan James needs to be on fraud watch.
But Dan James.
He's basically
Dan
Phil
James,
Walker.
exactly.
Except Phil's better.
If you watch Dan James closely,
Nah,
he's got every.
Phil Walker's better than
He's
Dan
Adama
James.
Traore, a slow man. Adama Traore. He's quick. He looks threatening, but no end product. Adama Traore, if he had an end product, he wouldn't be playing.
He would still be at Barca?
He'd be at a big club. He went away with the Spanish team, and when they're desperate for a goal, they don't bring him on. What's the point in bringing him? You know what I mean?
Just there for the muscle.
Scared of the opposition, innit?
Well, he's a problem.
Yeah.
I seen him against Villa this year. I don't know if you saw that Villa highlights, mate.
Is that when he missed the 1-on-1?
He ripped Villa to shreds
Yeah.
and just couldn't put the ball in the net. Ripped them up.
What's
You
it?
know what I mean?
Well, yeah, true.
But fraud watch. It's a big statement that calling someone a fraud. So I think you need to be very careful there.
Well, Dan James is definitely a fraud. I'm not being careful with that. Dan James
Nah,
is a
well,
fraud.
that's fair enough. I think once you're on fraud watch, I think you shouldn't be able to come off. 'Cause I think
Dan James will
you've
never
wa-
come off. As long
you've
as I'm
watched
here,
them
Dan James will never come off fraud watch.
because you've watched them for a period of time. Give them that settling in period, everything, because whilst that settling in period, you could be a fraud. Like Pepe is kind of finished with settling in period now. He's been here like nearly third season or whatever. Mate,
72 million.
you've had 12 months, 18 months. I can't be giving you any more time now.
Yeah.
So if you
It's like a
don't-
flash in the pan, though.
If you don't
innit?
start
It's not-
producing,
it's not.
you get me? Then I could be on here. If I was on here again in 6 months' time, probably Pepe will be on it. You get me? And I'm giving him lots of time.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Lots of time.
You got anyone, Bruce?
Nah, I ain't got no one this week.
Alright, so Streets will never forget.
Who might be on it
Man,
is
you
Poch.
lot
but-
put Poch.
Yeah, I might put Poch on. If he comes Man United, you going on fraud watch.
You Man United fan.
Yeah, well, you don't leave Paris. Stay at Paris, dog.
You think so? They want him badly, I heard,
I don't know
Yeah.
what for.
we want Ten Hag in it
I want to know, man.
Why?
because he's the better choice. Like I said.
One, he's a proven winner.
At Ajax.
It don't matter. It's the
philosophies
mentality.
for me. His
He
philosophy
develops
suit
youth.
United.
It churns out youth, and I think with the combination of Van der Sar being our director of football, someone who knows actually football rather than Edward Wood and them man up there,
Yeah.
we
I
could
heard
be.
he was Pep's assistant at Bayern as well, wasn't he? I didn't even know that.
I didn't even
Someone
know
told me
that. That's
the other
mad.
day.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like
Nah,
we could be a force.
You look at Poch's style of football at Tottenham, and he brings that to
But
better.
what-
He
but-
brings that with better players. I think he succeeds.
Nah, he's not doing it at
I
PSG.
don't-
He
I
lost
don't
the
think
cup
he can-
final. He lost the league.
This is what I'm saying. I think he can't handle the big personalities that come with the bigger clubs. That's why Spurs was his level.
So why do you think Ten Hag can handle big players? Where's he handled big players? Where's he handled big
Like
players?
I said,
Not
for
Ajax.
me,
I think the
I think
respect is there though.
Do you think so?
Yeah. I think once you're a
At
cup
the-
winner,
at
you
the two-
respect a cup winner, innit?
So
Like,
who else would you throw in the hat then?
There's not many. That's what I'm saying. I think
Exactly.
Man
So
United,
for
Man
me-
United have stalled, and all the big managers are
been
here.
gone. Conte gone.
Are
See,
here.
for me, Conte would be just the same as Jose.
Yeah,
He would do well,
you lot
win
are-
a couple
you lot
trophies,
are
but-
You lot are pragmatic. That's a pragmatic manager. They're not they're not free flowing managers.
This is what I'm saying.
And free at the back and all that. That's not Man United style.
Exactly.
I don't
But
think
Ten Hag
context
would
is-
suit the philosophies.
I
of
think
the club.
Zidane was a panic.
Zidane,
He said no.
Did you say no?
Yeah, he
But
wants a PSG or French job.
But he doesn't speak English. I heard.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
It don't make no sense.
I don't think
He's gonna be on a Bielsa thing.
And to me, I always question people who come out of who have only managed Real Madrid. It's a superstar club.
Yeah.
And you just got one club to fight in
That's what I
Barcelona.
mean. And because
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
he's got that ridiculous free.
Free back-to-back Champions League. It's kind of hard to. For me, I don't. He's not suitable for Man United, innit? Like,
I don't know.
To
if
me,
he-
you've your hand again.
To
Super
me,
club,
it
innit?
will ruin his legacy as a player if he comes to United. Because Zidane was my guy growing up. Like I loved Zidane. Zidane was my favorite player. The reason I played football is because I wanted to be Zidane.
Number 5.
Is that me? I wear number 5 because Zidane wore number 5.
Yeah, Zidane's a
I
boy,
bust that
man.
step over because Zidane bust that step over.
Yeah.
But if he comes to Man United, I can't look at him the same because I know he's gonna flop.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, it's not a long-term solution. I think Ten Hag is more of a long-term solution because he can develop players.
Oh.
Like, as I said before, we even got Sancho. If I'm Sancho, what am I going to Man United for? Bar the money. Ali can't develop me. You know what I'm saying? And
Well, all I hope they get it wrong again. I don't care who it is. I just hope they get it wrong again.
I can't wait till we slap Arsenal.
Nah.
onto the streets and never forget. So, Chief, description.
So basically, any player that wows the fans without being world renowned, like a Thierry Henry, Ronaldinho, that level of player. So like,
Know who my
Tarrant.
man is right now?
who?
San Maximan.
Yeah.
Yeah, streets and never forget, Donny.
Yeah.
Gucci headband on.
My guy.
Yeah,
My guy.
he's
I look at him and I think,
saucy
why did we
stuff.
buy
Yeah.
Pepe?
Yeah.
We should have bought him.
Yeah.
My guy.
Facts.
Yeah.
My guy. I watched him the other day against.
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
did play the other day?
Burnley.
Burnley.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't Burnley.
Yeah, it was Burnley 3-3, innit? He scored the equaliser.
No, Crystal Palace was 3-3 with Burnley. They were 3-3 with.
Norwich.
Nope.
It was 2-2.
Norwich won 2-1 against Southampton.
Oh yeah, Dean Smith, innit?
3-3 with.
Brighton. No, Brighton
No,
lost, innit?
Brighton
You're
lost
just
to
gonna go the
Villa.
whole prem.
Yeah, hold on. I'm sure it was
We'll
one
get
of
there
them.
eventually. I don't even know. I can't remember.
Ah, I watched that movie. He scored the volley, innit?
Newcastle. Now you shouldn't look it up, man. Oh,
I
that's
have
gonna
to, man.
bug me. That is Newcastle. It's obvious.
Ah, no.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. It's not West Ham. Don't
Oh,
tell me.
yeah,
Don't
yeah,
tell
I
me.
remember now. I
Don't
remember that
tell
other
me.
Donny as well, scoring on the other end.
We ain't got all night.
Brentford, man.
Oh yeah.
Ivan
Tony.
Toney. Yeah.
Yeah,
man.
Brentford.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So he's my guy. Man.
Yeah.
He's my guy. I know what I was gonna say. You know the boy that left Man U and went to West Ham.
Lingard.
No.
Ravel
Mixed race
Morrison.
Boy, Ravel Morrison.
Yeah.
He's a
I
baller.
think I put him
Yeah.
on there before, innit?
Yeah.
Baller.
He's on there.
Absolute
Yeah.
baller.
Yeah.
I'm going a bit old
Absolute
school
baller.
with mine.
So am I.
Go on.
The people's choice, Ian Wright,
Okay.
Why?
because everybody loves Ian. The streets will never forget Ian Wright, but he was never the top world.
But do you think the
World
streets
renowned.
will never forget him more so of his personality of now rather than his
Nah, but
footballing
even
career?
when he was a player, people loved Ian Wright.
Because he had a goatee, gun
He-
finger done in it.
He converted a lot of people to Arsenal fans.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
A lot of black people like Arsenal.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
for
yeah,
me,
yeah,
Ian
yeah.
Wright has to go in there.
Okay, yeah, fairs. I'm going with Mark Viduka,
Okay.
Leeds United, that team.
So I ain't gonna question Ian Wright, but you can put Viduka in there.
I'm not questioning Ian Wright. Ian Wright is a legend. I'm just saying, obviously, is it because of his footballing ability of who he is as a personality?
Both.
Okay, cool. Mark Viduka, bad man. Him, Ian Hart,
whole
Harry,
Leeds squad.
that whole Leeds squad, Harry
Yeah.
Kewell,
Harry Kewell, bad boy.
all them, man.
Very good team.
30.
Yeah.
Sure, they went Champions League.
Really
Yeah,
and all
good.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it,
Lee
what's
Boyer.
the French midfielder? Bald head French.
Oh yeah, Decore.
Olivier Decore.
Decore.
Yeah, he was tidy still. I liked him.
Yeah, they're a good team. Very good
Yeah,
team, man.
yeah,
Very
yeah,
good
yeah.
team.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but San Maximan's my boy now, man. He's
Yeah.
serious. I like him.
Okay. So that was the streets never forget. So onto the the one that we've all been waiting for, the Sunday League roundup. We're gonna go back last week.
Forgot about this.
Last
Got
week
few,
and
few
then,
scores to catch up on.
yeah, and this week. So going off the 11th for the 14th, Oakbourne Coronation League. So we had a few cup games. First of all, Beacon played BNJS Sunday. It was 4-4. Beacon won on Pens 4-1. Oof. So shout out Bones and them, man.
Jeez.
Pudding FC played Galacticos, my squad. We won 2-1
Jeez.
in the end. Flick scored in the 85th minute, I want to say.
So you playing
Was
that?
that the top,
Yeah,
the top
yeah.
corner left foot finish?
Left wing.
Oh, left wing, yeah.
Yeah. He's top left.
Oh,
yeah.
the one he assisted.
Yeah, the one I
Are you,
assisted.
are you on Fraud Watch or Streets Never Forget?
I'm Ballon d'Or, you know. Nah, I'm on the streets. Never forget me still. So yeah, big up the Pudding lot there on next week. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Shout out Pudding
interesting.
FC.
Yeah, big up Pudding, man. Dingle played Hampton in the league. Dingle won 4-1.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Dingle are doing their
Check
thing.
that on Sunday league settings. Can watch that.
Yeah. Can watch that. Big up Faz. Who else played? I think that was all the fixtures. Oh, Power played Neverton. Power won 3-2. VIP beat Selly Oak 9-2. And Elite lost on Pens 3-0. So Elite are going through trouble sometimes at the minute. So yeah, it's a bit sticky.
So who's top of that league?
At the minute, I think it's
Beacon.
Highgate.
That Beacon's top now, innit?
Are they?
Yeah, they beat Highgate. Last game, innit?
Yeah, they beat them 1-0.
But I think
2-1.
Highgate got a game in hand, I think.
So all the games are played at Ray Hall Lane.
Nah. Just Beacon play there.
Oh, just
But for most of the games are like around Solihull area. Quite a few of the teams because the two leagues merged.
Oh, okay.
So some of the teams are from that side where we're more like this side.
Okay.
But to get a pitch is
Okay.
a nightmare.
Who won the league last year?
Ballers, defending champs.
Oh, okay. Well, how they doing this year? No, not defending it.
Struggling at the minute, innit?
You know that's the hardest thing to do, innit? Back to back.
Yeah. Well,
Everybody wants a
That's what I
piece of
mean.
you.
spoke to Lee. Lee said he's made a
Couple new signings, innit?
couple, about 6 or 8.
Whole new team, yeah?
Yeah, basically. So
And then complacency sets in on the champions. So
and then the pressure on top of that.
Yeah, we think we can just turn
That's what I
up.
mean. Targets on their back, innit?
Yeah, so Galacticos played them as well. So we drew 3-3. I didn't play that game. So I think we covered that on the last one. But yeah, man. So it's the league's open. Anyone can. I think it's gonna go down to the wire.
It's
if I'm
definitely
honest,
gonna go down to the
because everyone's nicking
last
points of
couple
everyone.
games. Spicy.
Yeah, very, very, very. So on to Sunday's fixtures, just gone. VIP played Glades in a cup. VIP won 1-0. Ballers, I guess, Coronation Star, I think they're going to forfeit or fold.
I think they got a buy.
So, Highgate played Beacon. That was the big game on the
big
weekend.
game of the week.
Beacon won 2-1.
Jeez.
So,
Shout out Bones again.
yeah, I'm hearing it. If you get physical with Highgate, the fold kind of thing.
But
That's
I'm not
the
allowed to say
rumors.
that, though. I'm
That's
not
the
allowed to say that
rumors.
'cause I get in trouble.
That's the rumors.
NAP, I get in trouble. I can't
That's
say
the
that.
rumors. We're just media. We're just reporting what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's not impersonal. We're just
media, man.
Bringing the news to the fans. Galacticos, we played Frank Parker in a cup game in Nuneaton. So we had to travel up there. 1-1. And then we won on penalties.
You take one.
I come off injured, man.
Hammy popped.
Hammy popped on 35th minute.
Is that because of the travelling to Nuneaton and all that?
Brother, it was cold. The warm up wasn't good. I put my hands up and say, yeah.
How long
man.
you out for?
I don't even know. I'm saying about 2-3 weeks.
Oh.
After I
You'll
got a
be
massage
back,
today, so I feel good. So we'll see what's cracking in it. I'm trying to be back for the power game. So we'll see. That's in 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
So Power played Hampton. Hampton won 3-2.
Huh? Come again, what was that one?
Hampton won 3-2. Well, apparently I'm hearing Power didn't have certain players. The gaffers had to get involved in play.
Excuses and
It got long kind of thing. So
excuses.
as I said, the league is a bit mad. The teams are taking points off everybody.
Spicy.
It can go either way. At this point, it can go either way.
I love this game.
So yeah, man. Also, we are doing the Christmas live, December 20th. So if you are free, come down to Goldsperry Bar. It's free entry, and come enjoy some banter and see what the managers have to say of the league so far. It will be recorded, so you can also watch it on YouTube, listen it to on Amazon, Apple, Spotify, Pandora, all the channels.
You know, the usual.
So cool. So yeah, man, that's the Sunday League roundup. So
Okay.
it's looking spicy, man.
So basically, everyone's still in.
Everyone's still in it, man.
Even if you're a rock bottom of the league, you can still
Yeah. You can
It's
claw
still.
your way back up there,
Yeah,
man.
it's early days. Isn't it?
It's early, so.
So what is it now? The all-time 11, is it? Is it that time?
Wow.
I'm intrigued to see this one.
Yeah.
I want to see this one.
I'm gonna get stick for this. 'Cause you need a good week to think about this. A proper week. You can't do this.
Let's start with your gaffer. Who's
Yeah.
going to be your gaffer?
Who's gonna be my gaffer? It'd have to be Pep.
Okay.
Pep's
Okay.
my boy, man.
Okay.
People say Sir Alex.
Why
Why
Pep?
not Wenger?
Wenger. I'm just too honest, you know. I love Wenger, and then I hated Wenger. Wenger.
Oh, was you Wenger out?
Yeah, Wenger ruined his legacy,
Wow.
and he left us with a lot of baggage. And
More than
because-
Alex Ferguson left us.
Yes, yes, and because he doesn't want to speak badly about the ownership and the board, he has to take it on his shoulders. Because, you know, listen, I don't even want to go into this really.
Yeah, we'll cover that off air.
Rob Holding 1 million and Al Neni 5 million. Like, this is a big club, man. You know, and these players are not good enough for Arsenal Football Club. You know, this isn't back in the day where you were getting Vieira and all that. You remember, you know, when Arsene Wenger come to Arsenal, he was tapping into markets that people weren't familiar with, the French league and all this, and we was getting basically the pick of who we wanted. If you try to go and get a Vieira and a Petit now quietly, and
you got no
wouldn't
chance.
Wouldn't happen. He's going Chelsea, he's going Man City. They've all got eyes just like you have. You know what I mean? So he was trying to buy El Neni and Rob Holding from Bolton for £1 million to come and play for Arsenal Football Club. Don't, you know, disrespectful, man. You know, nah. Wenger mashed up his legacy. He should have went. You know, he
Would you take him back?
don't be silly. I love Arteta, by the way, and I've never been Arteta out. I've been sticking up for him. I phoned TalkSport about Arteta and said, "You guys need to leave him alone. You know, you only can deal with the tools you have. Put Hamilton in a Skoda. He's not going to beat the rest of the player. It don't matter how good a driver he is. You know what I mean? So the players are 90% of it. You understand? Now, Solskjaer, I understand the Solskjaer business. He's got players for me as good as the rest.
of it, yeah.
So guess what? Now it comes down now to the managers, the elite managers, who people can play for, who people don't mess about with.
Exactly.
You understand? Who's got that reputation?
Like I said, for me,
Donny was making
he was
subs
a
in the
good
85th minute.
placeholder.
So if me and you have got the same car, now it comes down to the driver. You understand? So I can get sacked now. But you're talking about Arteta, he's still playing with, he's still got Arsene Wenger's players at his club. How can that be? We can't even get rid of our players. Our record sale is still Mark Overmars. We can't get rid of players.
mad.
We can't get rid of players.
That's actually mad.
Nobody wants
Deep
Kolasinac.
how bad that is.
Nobody wants Kolasinac, Mustafi, Ozil. No one wants these players.
That's actually
They're
mad. you know.
bad players.
Mark Overmars.
Ozil's
How
a
long
shock,
ago
to be
that is?
fair.
At least when we had Van Persie and we had Pires and we had them players, or if we could get Pires because Pires is a champion. At least when we had Overmars and at least when we had Van Persie and Fabregas and we weren't winning anything, we always had elite players that you could sell for top whack.
Yeah.
We don't have elite players anymore.
Don't you consider Ozil elite?
Yeah,
What?
but his wages were like always going to be a problem.
Elite. From Arsenal to Fenerbahce, elite. If you're elite.
I mean, don't you think it's a bit of politics of why he's gone to Fenerbahce though?
no one wants him. He's rubbish.
Yeah, because you ruined his legacy. Arsenal ruined Ozil.
Ozil is
Ozil,
poor.
before he came to Arsenal, was one of the most sought after players
Why?
in the world.
Because he played at Real Madrid, where
You don't play for Real Madrid if you're not elite.
he's a top player, but
Exactly.
not in a team where you need to run around.
So this is our class system. We have Alien, which obviously them two man up there.
Yeah.
Then you got Elite,
yeah,
which
Lewandowski's and them, man.
yeah,
yeah. Then you got world class, top class. Where you putting Ozil in that?
He's not in the top 2 brackets. He's the third one down for me. Because to me,
Prime Ozil is elite.
I'd say.
because Ozil, right, is, you got Gerrard. Gerrard can take his team in it, and Gerrard can carry his team on his back in it, win cup finals and stuff for you in it. West Ham FA Cup, they're gonna lose. Gerrard gets them out the fire. AC Milan, he gets them back in the game. Ozil needs to be the cherry on top. He is not gonna mix it. He's not gonna come to a club and lift the club.
But he's a different type of player, though.
He needs to be in a good team. So obviously, either Arsenal bought him. You can either blame Arsenal for putting him in a poor environment. Don't ask Frank.
But
when we
you
go
could
there,
say, you could say the same thing about Cristiano Ronaldo, though. He's an elite. He's an alien. But is that United now in a terrible team?
No,
He's not going to be able to carry United on his back. He's tried.
He can.
Got to equalise against
but that's carrying it.
that.
That's carrying it.
I don't think our team's terrible. I just think we have a terrible manager.
This is what I'm saying, though.
Cristiano
Obviously-
Ronaldo has.
But he was able to do it by himself. That's what I'm saying.
Cristiano Ronaldo has done more for Man United on his own back this season than Ozil's ever done at Arsenal's career. He's got you a point at Atalanta. He's won you the game against Villarreal.
Yeah.
Ozil didn't do that.
You're saying he won us the game. Did he win
carrying
us the game or did he score the goal? Because if you watch the actual game, he didn't play well.
If he scores the
But
winner,
he scores the goal.
that's exactly what you'd pay to do.
Nah.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
When
is
you're
no
an
longer,
alien, you got to do more than just score.
but he's no longer an alien. He's an alien. He's an old alien.
Oh, you heard it there first, Dali. You're not gonna be happy about that.
He's an old alien. We was talking about this the other day. You have to accept now that Messi and Ronaldo on the way down, them two are not winning Ballon d'Or.
I don't agree with all that. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up now.
Excuse me. Do you want to bet that Ronaldo and Messi do not win another Ballon d'Or in their career?
They're gonna win one next month. What are you on about?
Who's going to win it?
Messi?
What for? The Copa America.
Basically,
You don't think he's gonna win Ballon d'Or?
because he's achieved an international trophy? They're gonna hand him that.
You think so?
Yeah,
He's gonna get his 7th.
It's because remember it's based off last season.
I'll be gutted if he does. And I'm a Messi fan.
You don't sound like
I'm
it.
a big Messi fan.
Don't sound like it.
I don't like Ronaldo. I'm a Messi fan. I respect both of them, but I'm a Messi fan. Their days are over. Messi just scored his first goal for PSG the other day. That's unheard of. Unheard of. If they're
In the
aliens-
6th best league in the world.
If they're aliens, no, you have to listen.
Hey.
They've been mashing up stats. So once their stats go down, you have to start judging them
Yeah.
off that because that's what they are.
We're getting a bit sidetracked now. Let's get back to the team.
Them two are stats men.
Pep, who's your manager? Yeah.
Pep, my
Okay.
man.
Who's your goalkeeper? Talking about
Pains
Messi
me.
out here.
It pains me to say this goalkeeper, but he's probably one of the best I've seen. Schmeichel.
Yes. Correct.
Okay.
Good
Pains
answer.
me. Pains me to say it.
Check, prime check, before the helmet thing.
Nothing better than Peter.
Nah, not Peter Schmeichel.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Cool.
And he come to Arsenal and just came and picked up his money. Didn't save a penalty. He's 5 years he was there. Nah, Peter Schmeichel, man. He was
So what formation you going for?
Because I need to fit all my midfielders in. I've got to go 4-5-1 or whatever you want to call it, 4-3-3 or whatever you want
Defensive.
to call it. Not defensive, because the 5 midfielders. When you hear the 5 midfielders,
Okay.
so it's 4 at the back, then 5 midfielders, however you want to put it.
Yeah.
3 midfielders and 3. I don't know.
Left back, Ashley Cole.
Of
You
course.
got it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Right back, right. This guy has just, for me, he's on another planet. And I know it's
Ooh,
early
another
days.
planet.
I know it's early days to
Trent.
say this. No.
Nah. Reece
Cancelo.
James.
Reece James.
Cancelo. You watch this
To be
guy.
fair, the boy the other day.
He's
He's
crazy.
having a great
He's
season.
crazy. Not even just a great season. Last season as well. He's crazy. And because I play Dream Team, Sun Dream Team, he tops the points, like up there with Salah. So Salah gets ridiculous points because he scores all the goals. But Cancelo's not far behind him.
Yeah.
And he's a right back or a left back. And he's
Yeah.
playing on the wrong side as well. Nah.
He's cold still.
And I've preempted him because he's not a legend like some of the right backs that have graced this league.
Yeah.
You understand? You can even say go back Gary Neville. Gary Neville's been a good stalwart right back for Aspilicueta.
Done his job.
Yeah.
There's been some really good right backs, and I know I'm forgetting some old school ones as well. You know what I mean? But I think this guy is the real deal.
Okay.
He's a real deal. Again, can't defend that great, but he's okay. If you had Carl Walker, if he could defend like Carl Walker, he'd be amazing.
Well, he can't defend. In fact, let me
Carl
not get
Walker
into
can't.
it. Let's not get into it.
No
Centre
one gets
backs.
back Carl Walker. Anyway, centre backs. I've got 3 here, and I've got to pick 2. I've got Rio,
Real defo.
Yeah.
Campbell, and Yapstam. Yapstam weren't here long, but that man there
Yeah.
couldn't outpace him, couldn't outmuscle him, comfortable on the ball. I was so glad when Man United sold him
I was
at his
hurt.
prime.
I was hurt. You know.
I was so glad.
upset.
I'm so glad he wrote that book because you would have won more leagues. Well, you won everything them times there anyway. But so what I'm going to do, because of longevity, I'm going to go Rio Campbell because I'm going to go with the Arsenal connection as well.
Yeah,
Campbell.
I thought you might.
Yes, that must have.
Remember, he played for Spurs too. You know.
Yeah, but no, he played for the shit for a bit. Well, sorry about my language, but he played for them for a bit. But yeah, we got a lovely song. It winds them up, honestly. But Campbell's my boy. I never forget where I was the day he signed for Arsenal. I remember exactly where I was, what was going on. I remember turning on that TV and seeing that man at the training ground. I was like, I nearly mashed up my house. Right, so I'm gonna go with 5 midfielders, and you can put them where you want. Well, you know what? You can
You're the gaffer. You put them where you want.
I can play 4-3-3 because I can know I can put. I'm gonna play 3. I'm gonna go 3 of them in midfield would be Yaya Toure, Patrick Vieira sitting, and Kevin De Bruyne.
Ooh.
So Vieira, Yaya, De Bruyne.
KDB is the only man I'll accept over Paul Scholes and Gerrard.
He's an Arsenal fan, so I wasn't expecting it. So
Because I feel like KDB can do everything.
Do you know what it is with Paul Scholes and Gerrard? They're good players, very, 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 very top players, both of them. But these two are beautiful to watch, man. I love beauty. Where
exactly, Scholes.
Yaya, he could run like a train. Kevin De Bruyne, just beautiful. Scholes, yeah, neat and tidy, but
You mash up
them
Arsenal too
two.
much. That's all it is. You mash up Arsenal all the time, innit? It's all right, man. We'll move on, man.
Nah,
We'll move on.
Scholes all right, but nah.
I said all right.
All right. Nah, it's good, but them two there have taken this league to a different level. Yaya and De Bruyne, world class. Anyway, my team.
You sure you're not a Man City fan?
I
You just
know.
love Pepe.
Second team. Vieira sitting, Yaya and De Bruyne in front of them.
Yeah.
And then my front 3, John Barnes. If you don't know him, go and watch him on YouTube, anything you want. This guy was something else.
Left, right, central.
I used to watch him against. He'd be on the left. No, he'd have to go on the right probably because my other guy can only play on the left. But this guy used to hurt up Arsenal. I remember him Barnes coming in on his left foot and just curling them top corner all the time. He's amazing player. The goal he scored against Brazil, amazing player. Again,
Before my time, but
yeah,
I've seen
you need to go and look
footage.
at. He was just a bad man.
It's always him and Letitia.
and
And I always see that song and that he did was
Yeah, the tune.
running down the wing or something. Yeah.
And you know what? You hear Liverpool players talk about him, and if you speak to Liverpool fans, he will always be in their all-time 11.
Yeah.
Even with Salah, I think him and Salah. I bet you the money. Most Liverpool fans will all put John Barnes in their all-time
The older
11.
generation, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the
All of
younger
them
one.
will.
Not
Well, the
younger
young ones who don't know him wouldn't.
Exactly.
Daglish and them.
If you don't know him,
Yeah.
you're not. But any of them older ones would.
Yeah, if
Carragher would.
any Liverpool fan that watched him play,
They'll put him.
yeah.
Remember, there's Liverpool fans that have watched Salah and him. So they've watched this era and they've watched that era. So them are the ones you'd have to listen to because they've watched both. And I bet you most of them would put in John Barnes. Salah would get in
yeah.
with John Barnes.
So
I'm
who
telling
you got on the left then?
On the left would be Robert Pires.
Really?
Yeah, Robert Pires was there.
See,
And
this
again,
is a bit
now,
for me because he was one that I didn't at the time. I didn't really rate him like that.
I didn't appreciate him until he after he retired. He's one of the
Yeah.
players that for me.
do you know what?
Him and Lomberg, left and right. He used to just cut in and whip.
Yeah, I'm open to this though. I'm open to change him. As I said, this is being done on the spot, and I know there's probably you could put gigs and that in there, but again, I like beauty. Do you see this guy here? He wasn't rapid. He wouldn't blow you on the outside or nothing like that.
But that's what, for me. I
Huge
never saw him
footballer.
do anything special. Like he was just kind of.
You know, you have to. Alright, this is to Bobby Robson talk about him, and Bobby Robson's an old man who knows his football. He's been around the world. I've heard Bobby Robson talk about him, and
I've heard many people talk about it, but from what I saw, I just kind of.
You
I was
know-
bored.
nah.
He kind of just.
You know, if you know,
It just looks simple every time. Just let me just pass it
you know
over
this.
there. just
No,
pass it.
you know
It
this
never
guy.
really like.
You know this guy. this might sound crazy. He always played the ball forward. Now, as a footballer, right, it's so important that you don't just play safe and go sideways and backwards. This guy here always tried to hurt you and play forward. He scored lots of goals from the left wing. Him and Thierry and Cole had a massive link up on that left-hand side. He was a problem, a big
That's what I
problem.
mean. I feel like because he had them two next to him, he made it seem easy for him because he didn't really have to do much.
As I said,
He had an option either way he looked.
now he's a world-class player. Trust me, he's a top player. But I am open to change because I know there's lots of
I think you're going to look back at it and
I know
change
there's
that
lots of
still.
forgot. There's lots of forgot.
Yeah, he's
Get me?
definitely he's coming out straight.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he could come out. I know you want Giggs or someone like that.
No. He don't even like Giggs.
I don't even like Giggs, man.
Giggs is good.
Like, I don't think Giggs made
He's
mine
just
either,
good.
but,
That's it.
Who would
But
you say?
I think he's over. For me, he's
off the top of your
overrated.
head, left winger.
Like, I'd have Hazard over him.
Oh, Hazard. Yeah, I would. Straight away, I'd have Hazard over him. You're right.
I'd even put CR7 over.
Yeah, 100%.
CR7, you're right. Of course you would.
Yeah.
Of course you would. You'd have CR7 over him.
Yeah, so let's
You'd have
take out
So I could
Robert.
take him out. So I could take out Perez. So I could
You
take
still
out
can?
Perez.
We still here?
Yeah. All
Go on,
right.
take him out.
So Perez
Some man
out
put
there.
Henry on the left.
No,
don't do that, man. Don't do that.
Why you want me to get CR7 in or something? No, yeah. CR7 ain't getting in my team. He didn't play here long enough. Yeah, so he's coming out. Hazard definitely. Hazard's my boy. Even though my friend will probably watching this and be like, he hates Hazard, and the reason why,
Because he was boss of Arsenal.
nah, unambitious. Them man there should have pushed to be world's best. He doesn't have
Facts.
that. Doesn't have that.
That Cristiano
hungriness.
Ronaldo.
He's on vibes.
Doesn't have that hungriness like Cristiano Ronaldo to be
Yeah.
the world's
Yeah,
best.
but not a lot of people
no
compared
one's
to
like
Ronaldo.
Don't have to be
still.
that level of hungriness.
Yeah.
But there's some kind
But
of.
if you had the hunger,
Look at
I
ambition.
believe he would be fighting for Ballon d'Ors. He had the potential to fight for Ballon d'Ors easily, but he just reminds me of them man there who just chilled. You see, like Neymar now, I don't think he will win a Ballon d'Or. I think he's
chilling.
made Mbappe and them catch him now.
Yeah.
So he couldn't catch the aliens because they were aliens.
He was on vibes.
So he should have been the next. Everyone said, as soon as the aliens calm down, he'll take it on. But he's just given up. He's just gone a bit
He's gonna
chubby,
retire after
gone
this
to
World Cup,
PSG, Gone to PSG, got a bit fat, got a bit lazy.
Yeah.
Turns up only
complacent.
for Champions League games. Complacent. That's why I'm vexed he went there. Because the thing is, once you stay at Barcelona, you have to keep the level. You're under pressure to keep the level. He's gone to PSG and chilled with his money. And now I don't think he'll win a Ballon d'Or. And I was saying this to my kids the other day. If Neymar went to live at Ronaldo's house, I think after a week, it's I'm gone. I ain't doing this. I ain't eating like this. I ain't living like this. You ain't putting me in no ice chamber. I ain't doing this.
Yeah.
Not
And if he had an element of that in him,
Yeah,
an
he'd be-
ounce of that in him, he'd be the world's best Neymar. And things like people like that piss me off. So I might be contradicting myself here because why ain't Hazard pissing me off then? He is kind of because I think he should have pushed himself to that as well.
There's a little bit of that in him.
In him, definitely. Chill out, guys.
But yeah, he did have like what two, 3
Yeah.
superb seasons.
Yeah,
I'd say
yeah.
at Chelsea.
I could see him going to Real Madrid and the first thing that don't go his way is like, forget this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He looks like he's gone a bit chubby and that as well. I see
Yeah.
him getting subbed off for Belgium now. I'm just like, Hazard,
Yeah.
man, you're letting me down here.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
So really, I'm being rude, really. CR7 has to go in my team.
Yeah.
So CR7 on the left, and then the big man up front, Thierry. I love Alan Shearer. I won't lie. I do love him for what he done in the Premier League.
Who was he comparing Alan to last week?
Harry
Week
Kane.
before?
Harry Kane, innit?
Harry Kane.
Was it Harry Kane? No, it wasn't Harry Kane. It was
Them
somebody
two are
else, man.
very similar.
Who was the guest? Who did Fast say? Shearer and
Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy.
Nah,
is a
it was
flipping-
somebody.
That's my guy. I love
Oh
him.
no, it was Harry Kane.
Yeah.
I hated
It was-
Van
it was-
Nistelrooy. I hated him.
Yeah, I think all Arsenal fans.
Arsenal fans hated him.
He went through on goal to start walking back to the halfway line.
Yeah.
That man there was horrible.
Yeah.
He's the best finisher I've seen in the Prem.
Lethal.
And
He will-
as
he
my
blast
Yardy
that-
Bridgen said, yo, and put the team for anyway. Dog.
Yeah, yo, he blasts it at the keeper's head, and he does it with ferociousness.
Yeah.
No nice curlers or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Brab, brab, brab.
You know, he reminded
And
me of
even the penalties, the fact that you knew exactly where he's going and he
Yeah.
still can't get there.
Yeah.
You know, he was like that Batistuta.
Yeah, you remind me of that kind of
Yeah.
guy.
Roy Mackay,
Yeah.
he was the one.
Just horrible. Just
Yeah.
them man, they go through. Just walk back to the halfway
man.
line.
Yeah.
Sorry, lads.
Yeah. Get it, keeper. Don't even try and say it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
pick it out, man. Go on.
So yeah, let's get CR7 in. We'll be disrespectful
yeah.
not to.
Yeah.
So CR7 on the left, and then the big man Thierry, the guy,
Okay.
the best Premier League player.
Aguero, no Rooney.
Bergkamp.
No, I can't.
Thierry?
I can't.
It's before my
Thierry.
time, innit?
Just
But
Thierry.
I can't put
Just
Bergkamp
Thierry.
on.
but obviously, as an Arsenal fan,
Nah.
older generation.
To
I
be
thought
fair,
maybe-
the only one that I thought like from your generation, like obviously John Barnes, in it. Like, yeah, I thought you would have had a bit more, but
Nah, do you know what? As I said, I think if I went back and sat down and thought about it, maybe I would come up with 1 or 2 more. But I'm happy with that. Honestly, that team there, mad.
Yeah,
mad.
First.
You can't fight them. You can. De Bruyne, Vieira, and Yaya all 6'2". I wouldn't want to. I look in the tunnel. I'm just like, these men can play.
I'll be honest though, I think
they're
there probably
strong.
could be a 3 that he could match that with, like say Scholes, Gerrard, Kante. That's a good little battle there, you know.
Water carrier. They
You're mad.
Scratching their knees.
Nah, man.
In fact, dashing a Roy Keane in there. Vieira's missing. Missing.
Nah.
Like in the tunnel, fam.
You're
Missing.
mad. Are you nuts? That Yaya and De Bruyne.
Yeah, don't want to know. He didn't get no birthday cake, got upset.
No.
Come out of here, man.
Yaya.
Man, sensitive, man.
Yaya in his
I'm
peak.
sensitive, man.
Yaya in his peak, man.
Different.
Horrible.
Yeah,
Everything's gone as well.
Oh.
Didn't get no birthday cake, got
Yeah.
upset, man.
Yeah,
To be fair, it's mad when I think about like, Yaya was at Barca, you know, and who didn't like him? Was it Pep?
Yeah.
Pep didn't like him there, innit? So
But when you got Xavi and Iniesta,
yeah, it's a bit mad, innit? It's a bit mad, innit?
I wouldn't like you either.
Yeah, it's a bit
Busquets
mad.
and that.
Yeah, it's a bit
That
mad.
trio
I remember
was
him
a
playing centre back against Chelsea. Yaya against Drogba. Yeah, and you just dealt with him.
bit- Yes.
Yeah.
It's a bit mad.
What's your thoughts on Drogba?
As much as I don't like him for what he done to us, what he's done to Arsenal, you have to respect him.
Yeah.
That guy, the big game.
Big game player,
He
innit? Yeah.
turns up.
Big game player.
FA Cup finals.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
Champions League
he's King of
finals.
Africa. You can't be King of Africa and you're not a big game player.
Yeah, Drogba dealt with it. Dealt with it. I've never ever seen him in a big game and say, "Oh, Drogba was quiet today." Dealt with it. Just dealt with it. And yeah, you have to. Sometimes you have to respect people, you know. And I have the. One of my biggest things in football is, as I get older, as much as I don't like players, maybe sometimes for the team they play for, or
You're a
even
football fan first, innit?
or some of the things they've done. Like, I don't like John Terry as a man. You know what I mean? Just like in what he just done to Wayne Bridge and the wife thing and all that.
That's why I
No.
don't like Ryan Giggs.
Yeah, Ryan Giggs. I'm a big Ryan Giggs fan because of that as well. I don't like Ryan Giggs for that. You get me? I must have made a comment about Ryan Giggs and my friend must have got upset. I said, I don't think he will succeed in management. And he said, why? And I said, you know, when you do that to your brother,
Mad?
you're not going to succeed in life.
Who wouldn't you do that to then?
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's
if
what
you're
I'm
doing
saying.
that to your brother, you won't succeed in life.
You know what I mean?
That's the low. That's the lowest
That's
of the
what I mean.
low. Lowest of the low. Even your
I
brother.
think the only player that I don't like but I respect, like,
Yeah.
is, I'd say Suarez. Cause
So why I respect John Terry for his footballing ability.
Yeah.
yeah.
Footballing wise,
And he's Terry.
He's probably the best centre back. He's up there in one of the best centre backs in world
Yeah.
football.
And the reason why I say is, you know, longevity, guys. People.
Remember he played every game like before he retired.
People underestimate longevity.
Yeah.
And why I say that is, when you're at the top of the game for 10 years, right? There's so many different factors that are playing into that. You know, you are now a multi-millionaire. That can make you lose focus. You are a
You've
captain,
won everything already.
You've won
Pressure.
everything. The pressure that you have to win trophies
To be able to motivate yourself
to motivate yourself.
a season after every
You get
day.
me?
And you know you're not getting dropped no matter
Exactly. Your diet, everything. Them things there, when you are a multi-millionaire, right, and you're not making money, even change your attitude towards your career and what you do daily. Best trainer daily, everything. When you don't have to be, you can have a day off. No one ain't gonna watch anything. They don't have days off. These guys, you get me? They're chomping at the bit day in day out. They keep that hunger. I remember I said when I used to be a footballer, and if I had a good game, I'd say, "Oh, go on, Ben, just one McDonald's won't hurt." You get me? I'm treating myself after one good game. Them man, they don't treat themselves at all. They don't eat McDonald's. They don't do nothing.
Yeah.
They just
I remember, was it Steven Gerrard said like he wouldn't eat, and at the end of one season he had a bacon sandwich because like that was like he couldn't he like loved bacon and it, but during the season he's not touching it. So a man said like that was his celebration.
That was
Yo,
his treat,
what? Just won the Champions League. Let me go have a bacon sarnie.
yeah. You know what I mean?
With some brown sauce and
I've got friends who played in the Premier League. They say, "Oh, nah, I don't even eat McDonald's. I don't touch that stuff." Like 10, 15 years, not touched it. I mean, they're just so disciplined, you know, at the highest level. And people forget that part of football, forget that part of life.
Sacrifice,
How
innit?
easy
that's what I mean.
it
They
is.
don't see the sacrifices. So even like you said, Christmas Day, you was in Turkey by yourself.
Yeah.
People don't know about that. They just come into the game on the Boxing Day thinking, just had a nice Christmas. Let's go watch some football.
Yeah, people don't realize, man. If you like turn billionaires overnight, would you still turn up here on time, on the dot, every day? Don't matter what weather, everything. You probably love it like that, but would being a billionaire change that? You probably think, come on, we can be 5 minutes late.
I'd be here on time.
That's what I'm saying. So and sometimes
Probably in a helicopter. But,
and sometimes you think you would be, but it's not until you're in that position and you have that kind of resources next year,
And then
you
you're like,
realize, wow, bloody hell.
Yeah.
To be fair, that's why man kind of do things out of things that I like doing, rather than I do this because it's paying me or whatever. I do things I love because regardless of
what
any
happens,
situation, whatever, I'm
you're
still gonna
still
do
doing
it. You get me? So
Yeah.
man learn them lessons. But so now you're into coaching,
Not so much coaching that much, but
providing opportunity to the youngers. That's coaching, man.
Yeah.
Whether it's
I
not-
used to do a bit of coaching, but I'm getting too busy now.
Yeah.
And I've got good job. We've got a few decent coaches that do most of the coaching. And I'm more just backing them up and
Okay.
just doing the paperwork.
So
and
what do you, just to clarify, what do you do now?
So
in terms of-
basically, I had a Sunday league. So I started my own Sunday league team called TBTK.
that's
starts-
open age or
No, young age.
Okay.
So when I started, they were about under 10s, something like that. And only because I got 2 young sons, I thought, when I retired, I thought, let me start a football club. And I called it TBTK, which stands for Tightly Bonded, Tightly Knitted Football Club. It was a saying that my nan used to always say when we used to go around for dinner, and she used to say the prayers, tightly bonded, tightly knitted family. You know what I mean? So I thought, all right, our club's a close family. I want to make my football club a family kind of orientated family. So I called it TBTK. I've had parents ask me before from opposition, is it the boys that kill? And I went, no, it's not the boys that kill.
Why would that be the first thing that pops into
I
it?
don't know, but a woman texted me or emailed me one time and asked me, is it the boys that kill? So I Googled it if there's any such thing, and I think there was something like that, but it's not. I said, I'm sure, it's not the boys that kill. But anyway, I hope she meant in footballing terms. She'll kill you on the pitch. But anyway, so I started that football team, and I used to coach them. That was my team. I coached them along with my cousin. I brought my cousin on board, and we used to coach them. His son also played for the team. And my older brother's son played for the team as well. He's now playing for Burton. He's a scholar at Burton now. So he's gone on and done well from the team. And a couple of boys have gone on and done well and gone into scholarships. So anyway, that team there, I end up linking up with another team called Edgbaston Eagles. Me and them used to rival and play against each other, and I got to know their coach and really liked him, Simon, and he was coaching on his own. I was coaching on my own. It's tough on your own, especially in the inner city. You got to support boys. You got to pick them up. You got to, you're chasing subs. It's tough. So we thought, guys, I said, Simon, come on, let's do this together. So let's call it TBTK Eagles. And so we did. We had a team together, took them up to under 16s last year, and then we didn't go into under 18s. The boys started to lose a bit of focus, especially the ones who are obviously not getting scholars and not going into professional clubs. They lose a bit of focus, distraction, girlfriends, whatever not, friends. So we said, we're not going to take it any further. But Franklin, my younger brother, I know I got him roped in, and I got him to do a younger age. So we had the 16s, we had the under 13s last year that Franklin managed. He's lost a couple of boys to professional clubs. And then we had another under 13 team. And then we had an under 10s team. So we started to build up a little club, and then some parents and some people started to help me, and I built a committee. So what I did, I registered us as not a charity, but a community football club, CIC. I'm now the chairman of that club. I have a committee members of about 4 committee members. We've got all the right people in place. Club treasurer, she now does the subs, so I'm not chasing subs and stuff like that. My wife, she's the welfare officer, so we've got people in good positions now. We've got a club secretary now, which is my wife, my mum's partner. So I've got help now, which is really good. And then I've also taken a step back from the coaching, because we've got 3 good coaches, And what I do now, I just rally around them and I go and watch games and whatever. And because I'm so busy myself, I've also got like a jerk chicken restaurant online.
Jeez.
On Uber Eats and
What's it
Just
called,
Eat.
man?
It's called Ponder Grill.
Yeah, man.
So everyone, man, check it out. www.pondergrill.co.uk.
Yeah, man.
We do jerk chicken, jerk burgers, jerk wings. You know,
Vegan stuff.
we've just put on the menu. Menu a jerk. It's not vegan, to be fair, because the halloumi burger's got milk in there. And then you've got
To get the jackfruit on the go, man.
maybe, and then I've got a salmon fillet, a jerk salmon fillet that's
Okay,
gone on
yeah.
the menu. So
That's a bit of me, that.
yeah, so we've just added those. we've just added those two. It's just to help out with pescatarians and vegetarians. We haven't reached the vegan stage yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. We're not there yet.
I'm still hungry.
Well, you can come and have some festivals and some salad and that, you know.
Yeah, well, what's that?
Yeah, we can always find something for you. So because of my restaurant, and then as I says, we do these elite games. So based off that, I've got to know some other guys in the community and who have got football clubs as well, who run their own football clubs, and we just got a lot of know-how in the community now of who's who and who's the best players at different age groups. So what we do, we just handpick boys and take them and make up a team called Elite FC and just go and play other academy teams. And that's another avenue.
What age group?
We do different. So we've done under 14s, under 15. Well, under 13s we've done last year.
Is that the youngest under 13s?
Under 13s is the
Okay.
youngest. We just think that's the youngest. That's the youngest we've ever taken. Before we only used to take 14s, 15s, 16s.
I have a player for you, man. We'll talk after.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah, and so this is another avenue, another way. Because remember, lots of people get missed. You know what I mean? So you might be a boy that's being dropped from West Brom Villa out of Cat 1. I can take you to Cat 2, Cat 3. I can take you to other clubs. Mix that in with a few grassroots boys who we think are decent. And we make an elite side and we go and we play. And as I says, we've got a lot of boys into football that way, into professional clubs that way. So it's another avenue that we do. So that takes up my time. I've also got a football agency. So what I found was, I've been doing this, 5-6 years, and a lot of boys were coming through our system and then going into the academy system, and then we would just cut off from there. I'd speak to their parents now and again or whatever, and then you've just got this guy who don't know this person from Adam just picking up the reins and all for the sake of money, really. So I thought, right, no, why don't I have a continuation? I've got these boys since under 10 all the way up to under 15s, go to academy under 16s and continue to look after them throughout their career. So that's why I started a football agency as well.
Okay.
So I've got a registered football agency now as well. We're registered with the FA and that. We've got some decent young players who are all at clubs and stuff.
What's the agency called?
It's called 443 Sports Management.
Okay.
So obviously the 443 is the third person, we're the 12th man basically. So that's how that name come along. And yeah, we've got some decent young talent. You know, that's our route. We don't try and aim for the best or the biggest at clubs. Number one, it's a minefield. Everyone's after the best and the biggest.
Yeah, of course.
But we've already got a structure where young, good players are moving through our grassroots system into the academy system. We've already got that trust with the player and the parent.
You're building that rapport, innit?
Build that rapport, so there's not a trust issue. There's not an issue of, oh, this guy's just after, you know, the riches of our kids or whatever, because that's what a lot of, you know, you hear the word agent, a lot of people just get skeptical. You know what I mean? And it's money, money, money. Do you know what I mean? But if I've been looking after your son since he was 10, you know, whether that's taking him to training or coaching him or whatever, you know, it's been it's a process, it's a different relationship. You know what I mean? So if he becomes a top footballer and all these now money,
you've been a staple in his life, innit?
Exactly.
From,
I mean,
yeah,
because that's when the vultures come calling now.
Yeah.
Well, but wait there, we've known Reuben for 10 years, 8 years, 6 years. You know, we know we can trust him. You know, he's been here all the time for us through the hard and the good times. So yeah, so it made sense. It made sense doing that. So as I says, that's something for the long term. We might not make any money off that for the next 4, 5, 6 years. But
it is a
it's not my
long, very long process. It's a long-term game.
That's what I'm saying. That's something for the future. But you have to put the work in now and look after these
100%.
boys. And that's why I said I come from Burton today with 2 of our boys. I know there's 4 up there, but I only took 2 today. So, you know, putting in, and people at Burton are seeing what you're doing and it's like, man, I rate you, man. And I'm just like, listen, it's part and parcel. You have to put the work in and help these boys
Yeah.
and make them appreciate how you're trying to help them. You know what I mean?
True, it's true.
So
Very
we're
true.
trying to build a bigger and better club, and we want more good coaches on board. We want more good players, because a lot of people say, "Oh, don't you do this age group and don't you do that age group and this age group?" I was like, "Listen, we can get the boys. It's easy to find the boys. You know, everybody wants to play football, but if you haven't got the right coaches coaching
It's
them
hard, man.
and looking after them and taking care and
Yeah.
the right philosophies, then you just got a bunch of good boys, and the coach is no good, or the coach is turning up late, or the coach, the coach
Yeah.
ain't here this week.
He
or-
ain't setting the great example for
not
the
setting a
boys.
good example. So first and foremost, you must find a good coach. Once you've got good coaches, then you can say, all right, let's start another team. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I would like to do. I'd like to have a club that's got 5, 6, 7 teams. That's what I would love to do, but it's about finding...
Easier said than done.
Right,
But it's a
about-
process, isn't it?
Exactly. It's about finding the right people.
100%.
It's about finding the right people, because these guys look up to us in the community. And if I ever show you a message that came from a parent today, I'll read it out. Obviously, I don't have to say their name and that, but these are the reasons why we do it. These, when you read a message like this is the reason why we do what we do. Apologies to you and your wife for the late message. I just wanted to thank you, coaches, for what you're doing for the boys. I don't know your agendas or reasons for choosing this path, other than she mentions one of the coaches because she knows him, Wayne. But you are more than coaches to these boys, and I'm so glad that his name has this focus. So the child's name has this focus on football and the opportunity to channel his energy positively. We just finished watching Blue Story while I did his hair and had flashbacks of my youth. I'm from Peckham, and I'm so glad he's here, although this area isn't fab and there are still daily challenges that males unfortunately and necessarily face. I am comforted, that he and the others are occupied in football. So thank you and have a blessed week. When a parent sends you something like that, it makes you realise that you're more than a football coach.
I think what some of these coaches and
boys.
people in football as well fail to realise, like, end of the day, we're raising human beings.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And our motto is this: not every single boy, in fact, majority of the boys are not going to become footballers. But guess what? If you're a positive influence on our society and our community, once you leave here, we've done our job.
Yeah.
You understand? So if you become a fireman or whatever you become, and you're a positive influence, you're not a nuisance to society, you're not a menace to society, right? You're a positive influence. We have helped, we have done our job.
Yeah.
Because you're not all going to be footballers, we know that. Some of you don't even want to be footballers. Some of them are not good enough to be footballers, but there's still a place to come, have fun, have discipline, learn certain things. So the coaches are massive to what we do. You understand? Because without them, if they're barking and swearing and going on away and turning up late and smoking and doing things in front of the kids, what kind of influence is that to our boys? You understand?
Very
So
true.
I'm very passionate about that, especially coming from Handsworth. Massively passionate, and I'm fortunate to have had the career I had coming out of this area, because I easily could have got caught up in gang war and stuff like that. I think I have to give something back. I have to.
Yeah, of
Or it
course.
wouldn't be right to. I'd be I've been a footballer. Let me go on my high merry way. Nah, you need to give something back to the community. You need to go and help another boy now do what you done, or help another 2 boys
100%.
do what you done. You know what I mean? It's about sharing the knowledge.
Yeah,
That's what's
100%.
important, isn't it? It's about sharing it and making other people aware of, what kind of life you can have and outside of this. You know what I mean? So passionate about it, man. You
Yeah.
probably can tell the way I speak about
Yeah,
it.
man.
I'm really
Defo,
passionate
man.
about the young boys, man. That's why I said I've had opportunities to go into football clubs and coach, and I've turned it down. I said, nah, this is me. These boys are me. These are me. This is, I need to see another Reuben go on and say, you know
Do their
what?
thing.
Without Reuben, man, and without TBTK, I wouldn't be here today. That'd be the best thing.
Yeah.
Best thing.
100%.
Defo.
Yeah.
100%.
All right. Well, Reuben, we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, man.
Nah,
Give you
man.
a round of
Thank
applause,
you,
man.
And thanks for giving me that platform.
Yeah,
to
man.
Just,
Always, man.
You know, make
Yeah,
people
man.
know what we're doing, and
Defo.
Man,
So we're on our own journey, trying to be a staple in the
listen,
community.
I
You know
love
what
it,
I'm
man.
saying?
I love it. Honestly, I come here and I'm shocked by everything. I had a professional setup, everything,
Yeah.
and I shouldn't be, because you just think, oh yeah, I don't know why that was my
It's the
first.
stigma.
But you know what? It always started like that. People are like, oh, it's just them man doing their podcast kind
Yeah.
of thing. And then
Yeah.
obviously,
Nah, man.
as I said to these man, it's consistency.
Yeah.
No one else is doing this.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? So
you do
now,
things proper, man.
as
we
I said,
try,
it's a
man, we
process.
try.
Things
Yeah.
happen. People see, them man are serious because they're
Definitely, man.
there every week. They turn up, they do their
Yeah.
thing, and
You're doing
you
it the
get
right
me?
way, man. You're doing
There
it the
you
right
go,
way,
so-
man. And blessed, man. And it'd be nice if I could get one of the young boys in here and
Yeah, man.
show them some inspiration.
Yeah,
And look what
defo.
these two boys are doing.
Yeah,
And
man.
if you like this kind of thing, and come and come and talk, and
Yeah, man.
it'd be nice.
Yeah.
You know,
Man.
it'd be
We
really
can sort
cool.
something,
Yeah,
man.
man.
We got chat, man. We got
Definitely,
chat.
I'll
man.
send you my agent's number. You're getting big time now. You got to move like Jay-Z said.
You gotta get young boys in here as
Nah,
well. man.
defo,
Get
defo.
kids in here, man.
Yeah,
and
man.
And realize that, wow,
Yeah.
this could be a taste. They might go on, a big rate. I'm not saying.
Well, I said this is the thing, innit? Like, we just show the people in Brum, not even just young boys, like big man.
Yeah.
Like, yo, do it. If you got an idea, just do it, innit? What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah,
You get what I'm saying?
I
This
reckon.
all started with an idea that I said, yo, I just want to do football, and then boom. Here we
nice.
are, 60 episodes later.
I know.
Nice.
You get what I'm saying?
Congratulations, guys.
Just consistency
Appreciate it, man.
and dedication. It is
man.
discipline. You have to have discipline with these things, because no one don't see when man's doing topics and thinking about guests and editing and all these things, and yo, how do we publish this out, and how do we get it to everyone? How do we promote it?
Yeah.
Like, you don't see these things in it, but it's just part of the process, in it. Like,
Yeah.
man, but-
Nah, man, wicked.
it's enjoyable. But yeah, man, appreciate you coming on. And are you on any social media? Can anyone find you on the socials?
I'm not really a big social media guy. Ponder Grills on Instagram page, and I don't even keep that lively. I used to have a Twitter. Well, I still got it, but I don't really post nothing. I'm not
Are
really
you
a
more-
socials guy.
Yeah.
I'm a very
school.
private man still. I'm a real private guy, and me
Yeah.
and my wife are like that. And I don't like everyone to know what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, and everything. You know what I mean? I do like to keep my life a bit private sometimes. So I am old school when it comes to that still.
Yeah, so just Ponder Grill, yeah.
Yeah, Ponder Grill, man. Yeah,
I'm gonna come
yeah.
there still. I need to try this jerk salmon.
Definitely, man.
I'm gonna come when the vegan stuff starts popping in it.
We can get you a salad, man.
Just
Salad at some festival.
Just what I'm saying, man.
Salad with some jerk sauce on it.
I'll come when you got a full meal for me.
Yeah,
Right,
man.
episode 60, the No Tekkers podcast in the bag. Peace.
Yeah.